everyone, what's going on? Welcome to Z Talks episode 65. I hope you guys are doing well. The camera might look a little bit different as I've just gotten a brand new tripod as of late. So it's definitely going to look a little bit different in terms of the viewing style, maybe a bit wider picture quality. I'm not exactly too sure camera angles. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing good on a Sunday early evening here in the UK. It is 7:15 UK time, wherever you are in the world. Might be a little bit different for you. But if you are deciding to tune in live, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for doing so. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you're not. But more importantly, go over to the description box, which is down below, and go subscribe to my guests channel, as I always like to give my guests more audience, more showcase, and I would love if you guys can go support those guys. And because at the end of the day, you guys are supporting me by watching the stream, but my priority is on my guests. But with all that said, thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you're having a nice weekend so far, whatever you are doing. So far my weekend has been pretty good. However, today I haven't been feeling the exact best. So I'm hoping may feel okay as the night goes on. But yeah, we're going to have some guests join us very, very shortly. And around 15 or so minutes time, I will be bringing guests on. And if guests come in there in the back room before then, I may bring them on before that time. But we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, I know I plug Patreon quite a lot. On Patreon today, I did drop a Patreon exclusive review that you'll not see here on YouTube, and that is for the movie Blink Twice. Yeah, the brand new movie directed and written by Zoe Kravitz. That review is up on Patreon. It will not be on YouTube. But if you are interested in hearing just some general thoughts, down below in the description box is a link I also have for my letterbox, where I usually have a lot of movies I log on there every time I watch one that will never make it, say, on Patreon or even YouTube as well. Completely free to check out Letterbox. And I always love reading people's reviews and thoughts on movies. Letterbox is just such a cool platform. So yeah, all the links that you need for me and any links that you need for my guests is down below in the description box. Now, if you are watching live, which again I really do appreciate, there is a live chat box as well. Feel free to drop a comment or two for me and my guests, and we will certainly get to some comments and questions tonight. You're going to see some brand new faces, and you're going to see some returning faces, especially some faces you've not seen here a while on the channel. For example, like Blacktastic Media is making a return to Z Talks tonight. He will be on from 8:30 UK time. There will be new guests on every 90 minutes. For the 3 hours, we're going to be live or so. And of course, first time guests, including in the next 15 minutes. So, as far as I'm aware, that they're making the show is YkReviews and then Nick from Nick's Short Takes. And we've got some many returning faces. We've got Josh in the live chat saying, "Hey, Mike, how are you doing?" I'm doing okay, Josh. I hope you are too, my friend. But speaking of guests that are going to be on in this first 90 minutes, I actually got a guest in the back room. So let me bring on that special guest a little bit early, all the way over from America, has his own show called 8 Questions With, and that is the awesome Patrick. Hey, Patrick.
Hey, what's going on, sir? Great introduction there.
Well, thank you, Patrick. Thank you. Great to have you on the channel again. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been. I think I was on the last show that you did before you put this on hiatus.
I think possibly it was about 8-9 months ago now, so
Yeah,
it was some time.
yeah. We were talking to me and I think Lisa Loves was on. We were talking about how to sneak snacks into the theater.
Yeah, I remember. That was a good time. And yeah, since then, of course, I watched Patrick's channel where, yeah, Patrick, for anyone who doesn't know you, do you want to tell everyone a little bit about your channel?
I'm a film channel. I do film reviews, deep dives. I do an ISC midnight show once a month, last Sunday of every month, and of course, I do interviews with people from all around the world.
Yeah, so Patrick, you normally live with interviews Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, right?
Right.
Right. Awesome. And Patrick is a lot of the time, we'll interview a lot of like up and coming actors and actresses, but sometimes gets well known established ones like Karen Cleese, for example.
Yeah, we just had Corin Nemec back on a couple of weeks ago. He came back on and talked about his new Western film, Place of Bones, and hopefully he's doing well. It looks fantastic.
I usually tend to learn a lot of movies from yourself, Patrick, including I know watched you on live streams about like Brightwood I mentioned recently and Coffee Table as well. So
Oh, have you seen that yet?
yeah, so I saw both of them. Because going on your recommendations, I checked them both out.
Uh, it's an amazing movie.
It's definitely interesting, that's for sure.
I wouldn't recommend it to parents though, huh?
Not at all. Not at all, especially parents who's just had a newborn. No.
Yeah, no.
um,
Yeah, and I think you said the other one you watched was Brightwood, and
Brightwood, I did, yeah.
that's another really good film too. But 2024 is it's dropping some really good movies so far this year.
We've had some pretty good movies so far. We've had some stinkers along the way too, but
Yeah.
it's
Well,
like a
I think everybody and their grandma knew the crow was going to die, and yeah, that's what happened. I've never seen a movie.
yeah.
I've never seen a movie already. I mean, as soon as they announced it, it was already dead. No matter what they did. I mean, the only way they could have saved it if they would have dug up Brandon Lee, and that's the only thing I could think of. And even then,
Mm.
but yeah, I didn't see a single movie this year that was more nobody was looking forward to more than not looking forward to than The Crow.
Yeah, it's a shame because I'm probably one of the very few people, Patrick, who's never seen the original one, so I had no comparisons going in. It was just what was presented, and it lacked any style, it lacked substance, it lacked like care and attention, really.
I think they sort of blew it. I think they blew it in the fact they really only had, I mean, two stars in that movie that people really did know. I didn't know who the girl was who played Shelley. I had never seen her before in my life. Um,
Yeah.
and you already knew the studio already knew it had a bomb on its hands because they didn't I didn't see any promotion online on any social media platform until this week. I mean,
Mm.
this week right here, right before it opened up. Then I saw for the first time I saw the crows coming. I'm going like, wow, they didn't do anything to hype this movie.
Yeah, no, not really. And I think the release date got pushed back as well because I think it
Mm.
was meant to be June time originally,
They
and
should have
then
they should have did it on June. Honestly, they should have released it in June when everybody was excited for the summer movie. At least they would have
yeah,
had a chance to make back its budget. But dumping it into August, September here, at least here in America, that's generally not a really good sign.
yeah, like summertime movies, really. Yeah. Um, but yeah, Patrick. In the meantime, please everyone go subscribe over to Patrick's channel. Have Cheetah will view. Our links down below in the description box, and we are going to be speaking with Patrick more. But we've got a few other guests in the background. We're going to bring on. First one is a first-time guest to Z Talks, and that is Nick. Hey, Nick.
Oh, Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How's yourself?
Oh, I've been struggling for the last 10 minutes trying to find a good camera angle. Like you guys are much more professional than I am, and I've got little bits of cardboard trying to pop my phone up, trying to get myself in a good position. But I'm here finally. It's good to see you.
Um, yeah, you too, Nick, and I appreciate you messing on with some cardboard to get the phone propped up as well.
Oh,
You
I
know what?
thought you were worth a few pieces of cardboard, Mike, at least worth a few pieces of cardboard. But yeah, very happy to be here.
Yeah, Nick, great to have you. And of course, first time, I don't know if you know Patrick at all
No,
from
good
his channel.
evening, Patrick, or good afternoon, good morning, wherever in the world you are.
It is afternoon where I'm at.
Oh, okay. Well, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
Yeah, and Nick, thanks for joining, man. First time on Z Talks as well. I know we're in the background with talk, trying to get you on in the past and just timing, really.
Well, normally you're right. Normally I'm in the background, like drinking a few beers and writing some drunken comments during the course of the evening. So I'm trying to be on my best behaviour today. I've actually got a glass of milk here, and I'm going alcohol free, so I can join you for an hour or so.
I appreciate it, Nick. I really, really do. But no, it's great to have Nick. Nick, of course, anyone who doesn't know, his channel's called Nick's Short Takes, and of course, pretty much as it says on the tin, short takes on movies you see in the cinema. We're talking about The Crow as well, Nick. As well, we were just talking about that.
Yeah, I heard that. But before I just joined you, it wasn't very good. I went to see it last night. It wasn't the worst film I've seen this year, to be honest. But what can you say, really? What can you say? It's taken an iconic story. If you take a film that's that iconic, you need to do something quite good with it, right? And I think this just wasn't. And
Right.
like the lead woman, FK Twigs or something her name is.
Mhm.
I've never listened to her music, but like, wow, she was pretty awful, I thought. But have you guys seen it?
No, I saw the original one.
Okay.
I saw the original one, and I actually rewatched it about 6-7 months ago, and it's a good movie. It's a good movie, but and a really strong acting, but it didn't really look very good. It looked very dated, but it had a hell of a cast.
Yeah, I haven't. I mean, I saw the original, and I remember it being iconic, although perhaps it wasn't my kind of film. But to then redo it and to do it so badly, it was never going to land right. It was never going to land. But hey.
Mm-hmm.
I think, Mike, do you feel like this way too? I think it's just, there's a handful of films out there that you just shouldn't bother trying to remake or reboot. Just let them stand on their own merit and leave them alone. And I think The Crow's one of them.
I mean, again, it's tough because I've never seen the original, so I'm kind of hard to comment. But I mean, it's based on a comic book series, so I think if you can do something different or you can add something to that original did, then by all means, I'm up for like reimagining of that. But if you've got nothing new, nothing original, no styles, substance, like professionally great, like I mean, Bill Skarsgård's a really good actor, but the actress.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit rough around the edges. Put it that way.
I mean, I think this was a reimagining, and I guess because the original was like, what was it, the 80s or early 90s? I think
94.
Okay, I think like the younger audience, they aren't going to go and watch a film that's 25 years old. So maybe reimagining it, I think, is okay. And it looked okay at times, but just, I don't know, it lacked some cohesion in the storyline, I think, and the love story that's the whole crux that it's built on didn't really convince for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And in the meantime, you can check out Nick's short take on that by checking out his link down below in the description box. We have got some guests in the background to complete this first 90 minutes, so let's get a couple of them on. First up is another first time, YkReviews. YK, how's it going, man?
Doing good. How are you doing?
Doing well. It's great to have you on the channel, man, after much time trying to collaborate. A bit like Nick, trying to get you guys on. It's been tough.
Yeah, it's a bit time difference really doesn't help between the UK and like the Canada, America time. It's like 8 hours difference, so it doesn't help.
Yeah, Mike and I also have a time difference. We actually live in the same time zone, but I go to bed. It's not very rock star like, but I go to bed super early, normally the kind of time that Mike starts streaming. So we're in the same time zone, but we live in different time zones, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But I mean, it's still great to get you guys. It's great to have YK as well. So YK, welcome, man.
Thank you.
We'll chat to you guys individually. We're gonna get the last two guests on, and we've got Harry, and we've also got Ryan as well. If Ryan's even the go-to Ryan at this point, I don't know.
That's a great looking fire he's got there, though, right?
There he is.
There he is.
Just getting me a trusty bottle of water there.
Ryan, Harry, what's going on, guys? Welcome.
What's up, guys? Good to be back, Mike.
Hi, everyone. I have to say, I had a massive smile on my face when I seen YK joining with Legend. It's a pleasure to be on with them and everybody else, of course, as well.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, nice to meet everybody.
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely got an interesting panel for the first hour and a half. A lot of, again, for you guys, some familiar faces, some new faces as well. Before we dive into a bit more of the guests, again, all these guys' channels are down below in the description box, so please go subscribe to them, go check out their channels. And Ryan, do you want to make a quick announcement on something that we might be working on?
Oh, yeah. So for anyone who didn't know my channel, I've just recently kind of got into making little like short films and stuff, little dip me toe into it, if you would. And I'm happy to be working with Mike. We're working on something together. Again, just a short film. So that'll be interesting and fun to work on and hopefully bring out pretty soon there. And the name, I suppose, Death by Scroll. If you can, your imagination, I suppose, might reach to what that is. But yeah, that'll be coming soon, and it's a pleasure working with Mike.
That sounds like a film about my social life. Death by scrolling.
I think it's a one I'd definitely relate to as well. Scroll. The next thing you know, bloody hell, it's a year later or something.
It can happen. And when it comes out, obviously I'll be plugged into my YouTube, Ryan will, and I expect you guys to give me grief about my acting as well. So I'm all ears. I'm hoping you guys might be another FKA Twigs. Who knows?
No,
Mike,
it's not going to be as bad as FKA Twigs. No way.
I'm going to be name dropping you on the Oscars. You'll be on the Oscars next year. Best actor, Mike Zora.
More like the Razzies, mate. But I mean, for anyone, just very quickly, so on the subject of The Crow, so I know Ryan's seen it, we'll get to that in a moment. But Harry, YK, I'm going to invite you guys. Have you guys seen The Crow yet?
I have not yet.
No?
Same here. I'm with you as well, Mike. I've not even seen the original one yet. But
okay.
I've not heard any great things about this one.
Yeah. It's been getting pretty bad press. Ryan, what about you? Do you want to add into the conversation?
If I've got any life advice that I can give to anybody, it's stay away from the Crow remake. It's it's not good. I don't know. I think somebody needs to tell these Hollywood writers who greenlight this rubbish. They need to say Will Smith's wife's name so Will Smith can give them a bit of an Oscars slap to stop this behavior. It's really not. It's just terrible. Terrible.
Yeah. It's not great. But what I want to kind of open the floor up with the first question before we get to your guys' comments is we're going to start with YkReviews. We're going to talk about what is the worst movie you've seen of 2024 so far.
I think off the top of my head would be, I would say Madam Web. I know that's going to be a lot of pick, but it's between Madam Web and Imaginary by Blumhouse, because that movie bored me to death. I was more excited about having a milkshake in the theater because that was the first time they released milkshakes in there. So I was more interested about the milkshake, and it was a double feature that day. I think I watched Kung Fu Panda 4, so I had the Kung Fu Panda popcorn bucket, I had the milkshake, so I was more like texting my wife, showing her these new things I got in the cinema rather than actually enjoying the movie. So yeah, Madam Web and Imaginary for me.
It says a lot when you look forward to a milkshake more than the movie.
The story was so bland. Like, even though that third act too, I just sat there thinking, what the hell am I watching at this point?
Oh, YK. I mean, it's good to hear your thoughts, man. I mean, two movies I can't really disagree too much on with you, personally. But yeah, man, Harry, how about yourself?
I was just kind of I keep a list of movies I regret watching. And one that stands out to me, I don't know if you guys have seen it, Spaceman with Adam Sandler.
The one on
I've
Netflix.
seen trailers for it. I think it looks good.
I thought
Yeah,
it
I
did
wanna watch
too, till I watched it.
Okay, fair enough.
It's very bizarre. I mean, I like Adam Sandler in serious roles ever since I saw Uncut Gems, which is still one of my favorite movies. But I could not figure out the tone of that movie. Pacing was horrible, and I mean, I like sci-fi a lot, but I can't recommend that movie to anybody, unfortunately.
I've heard it goes quite bizarre.
It was bizarre. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a direct-to-streaming movie, but at the same time, it's like, it's Adam Sandler. It had an okay budget. It's sci-fi. I mean, I thought it would be pretty good, but yeah.
And it's strange because, like Nick said, I agree. Like, the trailer looked really interesting as well, and like good production behind it. But
yeah,
I don't know what platform it came out here, whether it was Netflix or Apple TV or something. It was a platform I didn't have, and I was thinking like, oh, it's a film I'd really like to see. But there was something weird in it. Was it like there was like a spider on his spaceship or something that was talking to him? It was something bizarre.
Yeah, and it just gets weirder. Like, there's moments where you think, oh, you know what would make this movie a lot better because it's getting really weird is for like Adam to be a little self-aware, add a little bit of his comedy to it, but he doesn't. It just like doubles down into the weirdness and drama, and you're like, what am I watching? This is like unwatchable. But yeah.
Well, perhaps that's one I'm not going to regret missing then. So thanks for that. Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, no problem, man.
I think it's Netflix, right?
Yeah, it's Netflix. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have Netflix, so.
Nah, fair. Well, Nick, I'm going to fire it over to you. What's the worst movie you've seen so far this week?
Well, I've been scrolling through my Instagram, death by scrolling, as I'm looking through here trying to find a film that I think is the worst I've seen this year. I'm going to throw two films out there. One of them is slightly controversial, maybe, because it's not a film that was released this year. But I'll start with that one first. I go to Cineworld, and they had a sci-fi season, and I went to see the original Blade Runner. I thought it was crap. Just dark and dull, and I think that's quite controversial because people love Blade Runner. It's so boring and dull and dark, and if you guys like Blade Runner, I'm sure you're not going to follow me on YouTube ever. But I thought that was really disappointing. So that was one that I would say is a really disappointing movie.
Okay.
I didn't enjoy that at all. And I'm looking through my listing to find another one. Madam Web isn't going to feature. I thought that was kind of okay. Not great, but I thought it was okay. What else didn't I like? Bill Skarsgård is a hot topic. He was in another film this year called Boy Kills World. And I thought that was crap as well. I thought it was just poor. And the way the film was narrated, I didn't enjoy it and I didn't like that. So that would be my two least favourite films this year. And that's out of 75 cinema visits so far this year. I would pick those two as being my worst.
Wow. Okay.
Did anyone see Boy Kills World?
I was going to say it. I didn't even know it was coming out until like a few days before it actually released.
It had a very limited run in my cine world. I think maybe one or two showings a day, but it wasn't for me. Bill Skarsgård played the same role that he did in The Crow, and everybody hates The Crow. So I think they'll probably hate Boy Kills World if they go back and watch it. It wasn't for me.
I heard mixed things about Boy Kills World, but again, it had limited release. I didn't get a chance to check it out. But speaking about Blade Runner, Nick, we have got Playing Down Under in the chat. He says Blade Runner is the worst movie ever made.
Wow.
Oh well,
Okay.
playing down under is my man or my girl. I agree 100%. And I like sci-fi films. I'd probably pick it as one as my favorite genre. I like Harrison Ford, but I just think, yeah, just overhyped. And I think I remember trying to watch it when I was younger or closer to the release date and just finding it dull. And I thought if I go and see it on the big screen, it may, I don't know, I may find some kind of love for it. It was a hard watch. I didn't enjoy it at all.
I recommend the sequel though, Nick. The sequel's far superior, personally.
I watched that this week. It's on the iPlayer for free, so I watched it this week.
Okay.
I kind of lost interest in it a little bit. It was better. It was much better, but still not for me.
But better than the first, right?
Better than the first one, yeah. Better than the first one for sure. It was Denis Villeneuve directed it. That second one, and you could see his directorial touches. It looked good. I thought the soundtrack was really good, but just the storyline was a bit slow and dull for me. So yeah, not for me, those ones.
Yeah, that's fair, Nick. It's not for everyone. I'm not a huge fan of the first one, personally.
I know, Mike, we've talked about many times how, like, sometimes when someone's like, you haven't seen blank, whatever, like, movie is supposed to be a classic, and you go watch it, maybe sometimes your expectations are, like, up here, and you watch it, you're like, what was, like, the big appeal of this movie?
I mean, it was something I wanted to like. I really wanted to like it because I know that they have you can have like a robot girlfriend in the Blade Runner world. And if they actually do that in real life, I'm going to sign up for a robot girlfriend. I really would like a robotic girlfriend. But the film just didn't sell it to me, I'm afraid. So
yeah, that's fair, Nick. That's fair. It's cool to hear your opinions as well, though. And I'm sure Ryan will have plenty to say about Blade Runner in a moment when we get to him. But I'm going to fire it over to Patrick next. Patrick, because I know you watch a lot of independent movies as well. What's your worst movie you've seen this year?
Well, so I do my movies basically just what I watch, no particular year.
Right.
But so far the worst movie I've seen this year has been a movie called 65th. The 65th. Well, I thought I was going to go crazy by the end half of it. It is the worst piece of shit I've seen in a long time. I couldn't explain to you what the plot was. Nobody would care about it. It was just god awful. There's nothing I can say to you're looking for a silver outline. Yeah, and then the other one, there's two, and the other one was the Leprechaun's Game.
I can't say I've heard of any of those.
And that was written by one of Mike's favorite movies that he saw this year, Cinderella's Revenge. And the screenwriter wrote the sequel to the Leprechaun's Game called The Leprechaun's Curse before he wrote Cinderella's Revenge.
Oh, okay. Okay, I know who you're talking about now. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Are these films, have they got anyone famous in them? Are they films that really fly under the radar, or are we likely to have...
under the earth? They're sort of like Tremors, the graboids underneath the earth. That's where these movies are at. No.
Man. Well, thanks for saving us some doozies, Patrick. I do appreciate your contribution to society, my friend.
Anytime. But can I say one thing real quick?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Go for it.
So the thing with Madam Web, and here's what gets me about Madam Web. We're just talking about it too on another stream. What really gets me is everybody came out and crushed Madam Web. They crushed Dakota Johnson. And she was on record saying that, like the movie that she signed up to do with the script that she was given, she said plainly and completely, honestly saying the movie that you saw was not the movie that was presented to her. What she saw was not what I read. And I just feel like it really was, I just felt like it was really bad. I thought it was really bad that people were attacking her when they weren't listening to her when she said that. I basically have no control of what you saw on the screen. I had nothing to do with that, and I don't know why she doesn't understand why she's getting attacked or why she's getting ripped when she did the best that she could with what she was given, and I gotta give her that. I mean, and as far as comic book fans trying to jump on it, man, if you're jumping on Madam Web and you're not saying anything about Deadpool and Wolverine, sort of your credibility sort of at risk.
Ooh.
Have you seen Deadpool Wolverine, Patrick? Or
that's just a car crash, Mike. It's a car crash.
Wow.
Yeah, it is what it is, but it's not a good movie, and it's definitely not a good comic book movie. But you know what? It's not Hugh Jackman's fault again. It's like, you feel bad because the first two Deadpool movies, its main purpose was to totally tear apart the MCU. It poked fun at it, it ripped on it, it made it broke the fourth wall, and now you're being asked to sit there and look the other way, or they try to cram Ryan Reynolds into the MCU. But the fact of the matter is, Sony did so much damage with it. You just can't take it seriously at all. That's how I see it. I mean, it's like a love letter to all this homages and all that, but it's not a good movie. It's not going to be remembered in a year or so. It just won't.
I think it's a movie that definitely plays on nostalgia a lot and brings back a lot of familiar faces you haven't seen. It's more like a love letter to the Fox kind of universe that they built, really. It's a fun movie. The action sequences are a lot of fun. Narratively, no real narrative in a way.
No, there's no story, no real story.
Nah. But I think these guys on the panel, I think they all enjoyed Deadpool and Wolverine. So.
Well, I'm thinking, Patrick, I thought I was controversial when I said Blade Runner wasn't that good. But, oh, boy, you've opened up a can of worms on this one, my friend.
Fighting words. But no, it's always interesting to hear different takes, for sure. Ryan, I'm going to get to you on the initial question. So what's the worst movie you've seen this year?
I think for Patrick, I think Scorched Earth might be occurring in the comments from Deadpool and Wolverine there. And YK, I think it was YK's review that put us off Imaginary. So I thankfully haven't seen that. I can just imagine him taking snaps of his milkshake and his nachos to his wife instead of watching the film.
Yeah.
But in terms of the worst movies, I think it's a toss-up between The Strangers Chapter 1 and The Crow, after I just recently seen that. They're both... No.
Ryan, put in the room with both movies on. Which one are you choosing?
Is there a gun in the room, or
no?
Because I think I'd probably, I couldn't do it. I'd just watch Paint Dry, I think, instead. Yeah, probably a toss about with them too. Garfield would be it's in your second, I think. But...
Wow.
Hot takes, because Nick actually quite liked The Strangers Chapter 1, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
Do you know what? I think I'd said to Mike, I went to see The Stranger, and it freaked me out a lot. And I woke up that night at 4:30 in the morning, just thinking about one scene. And I couldn't go back to sleep. And I think I'd exchanged messages with Mike during that day saying, I'm so tired because I've been up since 4:30 this morning. That film freaked me out so much I couldn't sleep. It had a really powerful effect on me, but I hadn't seen the original and I didn't even know there was an original. So I walked into this completely blind and I didn't know anything of the film or any previous version of it. And I think if you didn't have that kind of prior knowledge, I was really good. And I don't normally freak out over films, but I genuinely couldn't sleep. It just really, really got in my head. And I'd gone to sleep with my door open. Oh man, I was so freaked out, really. I thought it was great.
Wait, Nick, that's my little jab back at you for the comments on Blade Runner 2049, because a little bit of inside broke, because I love that film so much.
We're breaking each other's hearts here, my friend.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I would say I think the thing is, Nick, like the effect you had with Stranger Chapter 1 is the effect a lot of people had with the original Strangers, where they found it creepy,
Yeah.
couldn't really sleep at night. And I bet after watching that movie, Nick, you've now got locks on the door, including a padlock every night as well. The key is somewhere in the room, can't be opened.
Dude, I've become addicted to Valium since then. I just can't sleep without it.
Nick, I can totally relate in all honesty, because the movie for me that done that was Paranormal Activity.
Okay.
I was laughing in the cinema, thinking I'm cool, this isn't scary. Turn the lights off in bed. I thought some woman was watching us, and I'm the only one in the house. So it terrified us for about a week. So I know the
me
feeling.
too, man. I thought someone moving my covers and stuff, like in the movie.
Oh my god!
Like, what was that?
I accidentally put my leg out of the bed, and I was like, "Oh my god, get that back in there!" I don't know.
It's clever.
See, I hadn't seen. I don't tend to look at reviews or watch any videos or anything about the film before I go in there. I just look at them after. And when I came home and I watched reviews of The Strangers, everyone hated it, and I couldn't believe it, because it was one of the films that affected me the most, certainly of that genre, for a very, very long time. But I think if you've seen the original, probably that's why, I'm guessing.
That's the good thing with movies, though, isn't it? For what I hate, you could love. And as with Patrick, it's always interesting hearing other people's point of views on Deadpool and Wolverine and stuff. So it's always good sharing different perspectives on the film.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It takes courage to go against the grain, too. And come home, look at the reviews and be like, I don't care. I think what I think, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, Mike and I had that this week, is that we both went to see a film at the same time in different cinemas. And I came home and I thought, you know what, that was quite good. I quite liked it. And Mike didn't. So it happens to everyone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely my worst movie of the year, between the temples, man. It sure it says something when I walked out of the cinema, then completing the movie. And I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I don't like walking out of the cinema if I can help it. I've done it 3 times in 7-8 years. So very rare. But man, that movie's bad. But Nick really quite liked it. I was like,
I quite liked it. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen that film, Between the Temples.
No, haven't seen it. But I adore Carol Kane.
Okay, well, I think it's a film that you need to go and see. Listen to my review of it. Don't listen to Mike's, because Michael have you not go into the cinema. I went to see it and I was thinking, I wonder what Mike is thinking of this. I wonder what Mike is thinking. And then when I left the cinema, I checked my Instagram and I got a message, Nick, I walked out. And then the next day, there's his YouTube video that's like a rant on this film. And I'm thinking wow, I kind of like that movie.
And that's when Nick unsubscribed to the channel at that point. But, you know.
That's right.
It's all good. Well, hey, I appreciate you guys' thoughts. I appreciate you guys in the live chat as well. Keep leaving your comments. We're going to get to them now. So Josh says, just watch Scooby-Doo from 2002 with a friend. Might be honestly one of my favorite films. It's such a funny experience. Have you seen it? Yeah, but a very long time ago, so I don't remember a lot about it. Patrick, have you seen Scooby-Doo, the live action?
Yeah, I saw both of them. James Gunn wrote them both, and they were really cute. Yeah, I enjoyed them both.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, awesome, Patrick. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I think originally they were actually going to be horror movies, Scooby-Doo, but then the studio was like, nah, we're not going to do that. Which I'm not surprised with Hanna-Barbera. Was like, yeah, no, they're not going to be horror movies. But hey, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing that. Nick, how about yourself?
I haven't seen it. I don't really watch many children's films or animated films or anything like that. If it was released now and it was in the cinema, now I've got my Cineworld Unlimited card, I'd probably go and see it for free. But generally, I think I don't watch too many films of that ilk, really. But it sounds like it'd be fun. I didn't realise it was a live action one.
Yeah, they made two of them. I'd like to say, as Josh said, 2002 the first one. I think the second one was maybe a few years afterwards, maximum.
I think 2005, maybe 2004,
Okay.
2005.
Yeah.
I remember the first one being the better one, though, but I haven't seen them in a long while. Ryan, so Nick's never seen them. Ryan, how about yourself?
I've seen them. Yeah, I believe that actually were a horror movie. I was terrified as a young kid. It scared the bejesus out of us. But I suppose it was a comedy, I guess. But is that the one with Rowan Atkinson? Or was that a different one? Yeah. I really enjoyed the movies again. Really good, fun watches. I never felt inclined to watch them again, but I reckon I recommend Nick to give it a go if he has never seen them. It's a nice little fun watch.
Oh, I was just trying to check on Disney, which I do subscribe to see if they're available on there, and they don't seem to be. So I'll have to look out for them another time, maybe.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out, Nick. I'll see if they're on anywhere in UK stream now. I'll let you know. Harry, how about yourself?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as Ryan. I think I watched them when I was really young and thought they were pretty scary, but I know, like, I watched them recently with my wife because she really likes them, and actually as an adult, it's actually pretty entertaining. So I like them. First one's definitely better, but I think they got pretty bad reviews, to be honest. But for a live action kids movie, basically, I think they're pretty good.
Yeah, I think I remember them not getting the best reviews at the time, but I think as it aged a little bit, they've got a bit more appreciation for them.
For sure. Yeah.
And YK, how about yourself?
Yeah, same boat. It's been a while. Like, I remember growing up watching them. My cousin owned the DVD, so we actually watched it a lot. And yeah, it was really, really enjoyable. Had no idea about the cast until growing up, like having Freddie Prinze Jr. in there, Matthew Lillard in there. So really, really surprised at how fun the movie was. But it's been a really long time since I've seen them.
Yeah,
Is that the guy from Scream? The Matthew Lillard, is he from Scream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And YK, have you introduced them to your son yet, or is it a bit too early yet?
He's still in the watching Wreck-It Ralph, Zootopia. I can't tell you how many times I've seen Zootopia, Wreck-It Ralph. I've recently just introduced him to the Tarzan, the Lion King, so he's slowly watching these animated movies, but I think Scooby-Doo might be a bit too scary for him.
Right. Yeah, give it a bit of time for sure. But yeah, introduce them to some good movies for sure.
Yeah.
YK.
Is it Disney who does Scooby-Doo? Is that still Warner Brothers?
Still Warner Brothers.
I was going to say that Disney Scooby-Doo, the last thing them need is any more ideas for live action movies. If Disney owns Scooby-Doo, that's something I wouldn't like to witness.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine that being an expensive property to buy from Warner Brothers, though, and Hanna-Barbera, well, if they still have it. So
I thought they are making another live-action Scooby-Doo movie, or could be wrong, but I thought I heard that they are going to do another one.
I think I heard Matthew Lillard say that he would be up for doing one.
Oh yeah, that's it.
But I don't know if they will. It depends, I guess, because Freddie Prinze Jr. is coming back, I think, with I Know What You Did Last Summer, I'd like to say. I think I heard that from you, YK, anyway, so who knows?
Yeah, I've just been trying to find them on the few streaming things that I use, and they're not on there. And I think if the 2002 is the clue for when it was made, I was probably the wrong age or at the wrong time of my life for those, really. I think my son was 13 or 14 at that time, so he would have been watching Star Wars and I don't know, films that maybe a young teenager thinks are a little bit edgier. So I probably missed them just in terms of my life timeline, maybe.
Yeah, I get you, Nick. Around that time, definitely Star Wars with the Phantom Menace, of course, and then Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith as well. So
yeah, my son would have been 13, 14, and I think whilst I was taking him to the cinema then, if I said, "Oh, come on, we'll go and see Scooby-Doo,"
I'll be Star Wars for sure. Well, we've got the viewer Drew in the house saying, "What's up? Hey, Drew, what's going
What's up,
on?"
man?
Of course, playing down under. We've seen you before. We're saying, "Good day. How's it going?" Hey, good day, playing down under. Thanks for joining from Australia. Hope you're doing well. I've got Gareth from Video Tasty saying, "Evening." Hey, Gareth, hope you're doing well. Cy Robson saying, "Hi everyone." Hey, Cy. He says, "What's been your highlights, lowlights, and surprises of 2024 so far?" Okay.
Are we talking movies or in our life?
It's not specified, Nick, but I'm guessing movies on this occasion. I'm guessing.
Okay.
Well, we've already talked about the low point of movies as such. We'll not go over that again. How about YK? We'll start with you first this time. What's been the biggest surprise movie you've seen so far this year?
I would say Bad Boys for Life actually surprised me with how entertaining it was. I was going in there like not low expectations, but tame expectations because it's a full movie in the franchise. But I actually surprisingly had such a blast with the movie. So I would say Bad Boys, not Bad Boys Ride or Die, I think it's called, because I always get confused with Bad for Life, but Bad Boys 4 Ride or Die.
Yeah. They always keep. Everyone gets the titles confused with For Life and Ride or Die. Yeah, it's definitely an entertaining movie. I think you liked it a bit more than me at the time, but I know a lot of people did and had a good time with that one. Definitely curious if they'll make a fifth one. That's for sure. Because I know you did a tier ranking at the time, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so usually YK, if you haven't seen his channel, after he's seen a movie in a franchise series, he will then do a ranking of every single movie normally, so definitely check that out. Ryan, how about yourself?
I suppose an obvious answer would be maybe June 2, but I was kind of expecting that to be good. So a bit of a lesser, I suppose, would be Late Night with the Devil. It's actually possibly my favourite movie of the year so far. I was really not expecting much from it. I like the actor, but yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. How it was all filmed, like you're watching what happened on the set back then. And yeah, I really enjoyed that film. It took us quite by surprise.
Yeah, awesome, man. And I know you're not really a huge horror fan either, so...
No. I was really pleasantly surprised with that. The ending, I don't know about the ending, I suppose, but it was okay. But yeah, the majority of the film, I did really enjoy that.
Yeah, awesome, man. That's awesome. Great pick as well. I really like that movie. Patrick, what's been your surprise hit movie this year you've seen?
Probably the one that probably has got me to thinking the most would probably be Nefarious. So I got to see Nefarious, and because I interviewed one of the actors in it, and then I got to watch the movie, and that movie has a lot going on in it. It's a very interesting movie. I don't know if anybody's seen it here or not, but it's definitely worth a look. Anybody who's a Boondock Saint fan, Sean Patrick Flannery gives a career-defining performance. His betrayal in Nefarious, it's top drawer, really, really good. But the people back in the movie, it's like you really want to love the movie. You really want to. It's so interesting. But then they try to sneak in some agenda on it, and it really confuses. It's like you're taking something and shaking it up really hard, and then watching it settle. But that's the movie that surprised me the most so far this year.
Oh, awesome, Patrick. Yeah, so I know you watched the movie. I know Ryan, shout out to Raven Nose Fan 89. I know he watched it. And Sin's Corner, I think, seen it as well. And I know you'd really like it, as you said. I think Ryan didn't like it. I'm not sure about Sin. Can't remember. But yeah, has anyone else seen Nefarious?
Doesn't ring any
I know
bells to me.
Nosferatu. That's the closest I think I can get to that.
Yeah, nah. Not the same, man. But nah, that's interesting, Patrick. I think it's on Amazon Prime as well in the UK, so I'll have to
Yeah,
keep that.
that's one we'll have you talking.
Okay, you've got me interested, Patrick. As I say, I checked out Brightwood and Coffee Table, so I'll keep a lookout.
Yeah. I just thought I'd go with a little something a little different. Coffee table. The coffee table isn't for everybody. It's a very hard to
definitely.
watch. Yeah, I mean you know that.
Right.
But anybody can watch Nefarious. It's an interesting movie, and people could talk about it. You know, you can watch it with friends, and you know, it's an interesting movie in that respect. The coffee table is like, I don't know anybody who would actually bring it to my house and watch it with me, because I wouldn't want them to be upset. But it's still the best movie of the year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not an easy watch for sure, Patrick. I agree. Definitely difficult subject matter. But Harry, how about yourself, man? What's been your most surprising movie of the year?
There's been a couple. It's been a pretty good year. I think Fall Guy for me, which I don't know if that's controversial or not, but I thought it would be kind of just like a goofy movie. But I really loved it, man. I thought it's like movies I miss where they're just fun, you know, action packed, ton of practical stunts, kind of like a celebration of stuntmen in a weird way. I don't know, man. I feel like Ryan Gosling has been kind of switching his career around, and it felt like kind of a passion project from him. So I don't know. I thought it was great. I thought it had everything that I wanted.
Good call.
Yeah. Interesting pick. I know Ryan's a huge Ryan Gosling fan, so
that's awesome.
Yeah, definitely a love letter to stuntmen, though, Harry. I agree, and really cool, like seeing the behind the scenes as the credits roll, and it shows you how they made that as well. Some of the scenes
you see his stuntman, even though he's supposed to be the stuntman. I don't know. It was just a cool movie.
Yeah, I think a lot of people really liked it or found it entertaining. I found it entertaining. I wasn't the biggest fan, but yeah, I don't know. I think it got the love interest storyline a bit too much in the movie than the action, but
yeah.
Harry, I mean, Harry, I was like really looking forward to it. I say I'm a massive Ryan Gosling fan, but what put us off was the love story. I heard so much about it. It seemed like it focused on that loads, but would you still recommend it? If I'll take your word. If you say it's worth a watch, I'll give it a go.
I think it is. I mean, I kind of agree with that take, but I don't think for me personally it affected the movie very much. I thought it was still really, really good. So.
Oh, I think it's really good.
I'll give it a go.
Yeah, well, you got Nick's backing as well, Ryan. So there's
that's we seem to have different taste in movies. So my backing probably isn't worth anything.
I think he's got one Fall Guy. I don't know.
Yeah,
he rushed up. He's like, "Right, see you, Mike."
Yeah, wow.
I don't know.
He's gonna have a review up in an hour here, I guess.
Probably so. And finally, Nick, how about you? What's your most surprising movie of the year?
Well, I was thinking so mine are movie related. My highlight, I love Zendaya and I really love fashion. And so one of my highlights this year is how she's taken the movie themes and combined them with fashion for her red carpet walks and movie premieres and things. I thought when she was wearing that like robotic metallic outfit for the Dune premiere, I thought that was amazing. And I think she's absolutely owned that type of fashion. So that's probably one of my highlights. My surprise, the X series of movies. I saw Maxine this year. I haven't seen the other ones, or I hadn't seen the other ones. I didn't know anything about Mia Goth, and I enjoyed her performance. So I watched a Mia Goth interview on YouTube, and the surprise was she's like a British girl with a really funny, squeaky voice. And I completely didn't know that. I thought she was like an American girl. And I can't believe how her real character is so, so different to that one that is in the movies. So that was the surprise. And my low light, again, I've mentioned this to Mike, Cineworld, if you guys go to Cineworld, they sell nachos. And they've launched new spicy nachos. And I bought some and they were like £10 for a tub of them. And then they were stale. So that is definitely my cinema lowlight of the year, I would say. Cineworld nachos. So they're movie related. It's not entirely about films, but it is related to them. But yeah, Mia Goth. I don't know if you guys have ever heard her in an interview. She is just nothing at all as you would expect. What a surprise!
No, I can't say I have. No, but speaking of cinema,
listen to an interview with Mia Goth on YouTube. I didn't even know she was British. She's so convincing as this American girl in those films, and she's got a weird, funny, squeaky British voice. Yeah, completely. Such a surprise. Really, really, such a surprise.
Yeah, you got me intrigued now, Nick. I was going to ask.
Honestly, go and watch an interview with Mia Goth. She's so funny as well, and just nothing like you would imagine. So that was my big surprise.
Yeah, no, man, that's cool. Here, well, I was going to say, speaking of cinema snacks, I was going to ask YK, because obviously YK Brit moved to Canada. Do you miss UK cinema snacks, YK, or not?
No, because I was actually in the UK back in July, and we went to the cinema somewhere in London. To be honest with you, the snacks, like the prices were ridiculous over there, because we watched, it was Despicable Me, I think it was, and we got the child ticket, and they were like, yeah, that's £25 for the child ticket, which completely caught me off guard, because like normally over here it's like $7, like relatively cheap for like a child ticket. So over there it's so expensive. And then the snacks, we just got a popcorn because they didn't really have much, but even then the prices of the popcorn was so exuberant too, so definitely caught me off guard with that.
Yeah, man, wow. And I mean, and how long have you been like in Canada for, YK?
Since 2018, so 8 years now, I think. My maths is correct, or 6 years.
Yes, 6 years, man. Yeah, wow. Okay. Yeah, the prices are quite high here. Was it Cineworld you went to?
I think it was the View, or I think I would say the View. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I remember you did a video about the issues with the cinemas in the UK, and one of them you mentioned was the prices, and I definitely have to agree about the prices over there.
View's meant to be one of the cheaper ones in the UK as well, isn't it? I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when I go to Odeon and stuff, I feel like I need to win the lottery or something in order to buy some popcorn. Crazy sometimes.
It's pricey for sure. I mean, if you go to cinema like Patrick sneaks the snacks in. That's the way to do it.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I do the same. I have to say, I do the same.
Yeah. That's why with my wife for purse, it's perfect. You know.
What's your favorite snacks to sneak in the cinema?
Mike,
the snack, I'm going to say I've recommended this to Mike. If you're in the UK and you go to Sainsbury's, they have a section of Polish food. So this is food from Poland, and they do a snack. I don't know what it's called. It's got a weird long Polish name, and it's like a pretzel, but it's not as salty. And Sainsbury's do a pack of these for 55p, and they're really crunchy and really Moorish. And they fit inside my little man bag. So I always take a packet of those to the cinema. That is my absolute go-to. And sometimes, I don't know about all cinemas, but my cinema is licensed and they sell beer. I don't know if all cinemas are like that now. So sometimes I sneak a beer in as well. Because I think if you can buy a beer there, then it's probably okay-ish to sneak one in. So I'm sitting there with my beer and my pretzels. I am just happy. As long as I'm not watching Blade Runner, then I'm happy.
And
I wish some cinemas...
the movie's bad, he just throws the pretzels in the bees like, right, take that at the screen.
I'm not throwing my pretzels anywhere, and I'm not getting rid of my beer either. So they're firmly staying with me.
Now, I don't know if you guys have these or not, You probably don't, but I the other night I went to the cinema and I got now you got me saying cinema now. I went to the movie theater and I got the most bizarre gummies I've ever seen. Shaq gummies. Shaquille O'Neal's face are like
Wow.
molded
Yes.
into the gummy. And they're horrible. Like, whose idea was this? It's so like lifelike that you're eating.
I saw yeah, I'll tell you who. It was recently. I saw John Flickinger, the Flick Pick. Like he was doing like a movie haul and he bought them Shaq gummies. I was like, what that idea?
It's so weird. They're popping up everywhere. I've never seen them before. It's like
I don't think Micheal O'Neal's as big in the UK, Harry, so I don't think we'll get them, thankfully.
Okay, that's probably a good thing.
Well, we could have like David Beckham gummies or something. Maybe that would work. To be honest, I think if they could have sold them, the Beckhams would have probably already launched their own gummy range. They're very commercially savvy, aren't they?
Yeah, they probably would have, Nick. I'll be honest with you. I agree. I mean, Patrick, what would do you go to the movie theater that often? I don't believe you do, right?
Well, when I do go, my favorite is Taco Bell. That's my favorite snack. You just go grab a couple of burritos, and then you go in, and then you buy a Coke to make it look legit, and then you wait. Then you go inside the theater, and then you have to wait till the light goes down. You don't want to just like get in there and eat right away. You have to wait till the light goes down, and then wait till some big crescendo music happens. And that's when you undo your wrapper. So you don't...
He's like an evil genius with the cinema snacks.
Well, I'm thinking like you're a nicer guy than me because at least you're trying to make it look legit by buying one of their Cokes as well.
Right. But I have not seen their Cokes lately. So if I walk up there and ask for a Coke and they're charging me $9, I'll probably be sneaking a can of Coke in next time. But what's really funny, Mike, is like the last time I was here, we were talking about this very same subject. I feel like deja vu all over.
You can't beat a cinema snack discussion, Patrick.
Oh my gosh, no. It's important though.
It is. It is. I mean,
you gotta be able to sneak snacks in.
True. But like, especially in the US, obviously it's harder for you guys to do it because in the UK they're just like, get yourself in with the snacks. But you guys have to have like full trench coats on, then pockets inside of pockets to hide the snacks.
Yeah.
Because you get searched. Everything gets mad.
Yep. It's
I mean, Ryan,
they don't really search you for snacks. You just go in. They can't. They might want to look inside your. I've never seen anybody stop to have their the look inside. No one's ever done that. I've never seen that before. You just sneaking snacks in. You're not breaking the law.
I think it's in our heads. We're just concerned a teenage usher telling us what theater to go into is going to somehow know.
Well, it used to be, for me and at Cineworld, it used to be a thing that they did. If there was a short time where they did look inside people's bags and check for snacks and things. I don't know what happened to that, but there was a lot of controversy about it. But now in my Cineworld now, they don't care. Like people walk in with Costa coffee cups. It just seems to be an open thing now that you can take anything in, I think.
I think they're just glad that you're there.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, they're probably not glad I'm there because I've got the unlimited card. I go 3 times a week. I take my own beer and my own snacks. I think they don't want me there, really.
There's no getting rid of them at this point, though.
There's not. It's cheaper for me to go to the cinema than it is to eat my home, to be fair.
I mean, and Ryan, what about you? What snacks are you taking in cinema?
Anybody outside the UK probably isn't aware, but I take a nice Greg's, munching on the pasty, a mango cooler from Costa, and I'm all good to go. So,
vegan sausage roll.
Yeah. I bit of sausage roll, yeah, definitely. Tomato sauce. I get a tomato sauce as well. They do little cartons now, so is it really that bad in America though? I'm imagining some guy or girl in like a trench coat, like with treats, like do you want treats? Like behind the cinema door.
It's getting to that point.
I think Patrick's taking in the trench coat and just selling the snacks during the
Aye.
movie. He wants, you know.
Yeah, you just walk. Well, now you have these hoodies heavy hoodies, and you just sneak in the burrito from front of the pocket, and you just walk in there. And of course, you don't want to go in on a day like today. It's like 90 degrees. If you go in all dressed up like for wintertime, they're gonna know you're sneaking in snacks. So you have to try to wear as least clothes as possible with big pockets.
True. Yeah.
I mean, I think the thing is over there, they've got like 3 million bags of unsold Shaquille O'Neal gummies they need to sell. So they're trying to push those. Like, there's no way you can take snacks in. You've got to buy those Shaq gummies first.
I want to see YK and Patrick do an unboxing of Shaq gummies. Trying it out. I think. Well, Harry, where did you get yours from?
From the cinema. Yeah, they had them.
Oh, cinema. Okay.
Yeah. It's like the weirdest thing, but again, like I know maybe they've been around longer than I think, but they just seem to have appeared everywhere all of a sudden. Walmart, Costco. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but yeah, like everywhere has these Shaq gummies, and they're just like the most bland, weird gummies ever.
About as much fun as watching Shaq shoot free throws.
Kind of tastes like it. It tastes like a basketball or something. I don't know.
But I wonder if maybe we can get those on Amazon or something over here. I don't know.
Probably, huh?
I'm going to try and Google these things.
I don't think I want to, Nick, after hearing these reviews. I'll be honest.
I want to know what they taste like after they've been shipped to the UK,
There's actually a website, Shaqalicious XL gummies. Extra large gummies with Shaq's famous grin and nickname in original and sour flavors. Oh my God, there's actually a website for them.
Wow.
Oh, it's a picture of his face.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's very detailed.
Well, keep an eye on Nick's short takes for a review of Shaq gummies very shortly.
Christmas present, Mike, please. Thank you.
I'll get you a pack sent over, Nick. I'll get you a copy to send them to me to send to Nick.
When you get botulism, just don't blame Mike or me talking about
They're okay. The big bag, 11.8 ounces. I don't know what that works out at in UK kind of sizes. Is that quite big? $3.93. That's pretty good.
Standard sweet size bag, Nick, I'm guessing.
I don't know. Well, that's the bigger bag. $3.93. So I'm sure when you go to your local cinema in the States, that's going to be $13.93 probably.
I don't know. I don't think I want to know either. They can stay on the shelf, I think.
I think Harry's wife's going to just like get a bag, a stocking full for Christmas.
Of a stocking of Shaq gummies.
I mean, I don't eat gummies, but I'm looking at them here. I've got a computer in front of me. It's a 27-inch screen computer, and I've got a big picture of Shaqalicious XL gummies, and it is genuinely Shaq's face. It's amazing. They look. I don't eat gummies, but if I ever do eat gummies, I'm eating Shaq's.
Well, let's hope they're tasty, Nick, when you do. I've got a few comments in the chat. We've got Jackson saying, Mike, how's it going? Hey, Jackson. Hope you're doing well. I've got Harry saying, hey, guys, how are you doing? Hey, Harry, what's going on? Got a lot of love in the chat. We've got Jason, the Old Millennials here, saying, nice to see Harry again. Hey, Jason, what's going on?
What's up, Jason?
My brother Joe says, evening, Mike, evening, guys. Hey, Joe, what's going on? He says, would your favourite movie still be your favourite movie if the main roles were portrayed by your least favourite actors?
Wow, that's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
No.
To be honest.
Yeah.
That would probably be a no for me. Like, probably to be fair.
Yeah.
Well, who's your least favorite actor, Ryan?
I'm just first thought would be Timothy Chalamet is Agent K in Blade Runner 2049. That is not something I want to see. So that would probably be.
I also thought Timothy as well.
Yeah.
I was thinking of him in like the title role of Scarface, or being like the main protagonist in Alien. I don't know. I wonder, would my love for those movies, would that overweigh the? I don't know. That's a really good question. You know, a really, really good question.
That's gonna be a different movie. No. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine Tim being. Well, actually, he did Dune, so I guess you could maybe put him in Blade Runner.
Well, I was also thinking like Back to the Future with Natalie Portman playing Marty.
That's a targeted one there.
Shots fired.
I don't know. Is there a way I can kick Nick off the street?
Well,
See if I can find out.
But you know, it's such a good movie with such a well-balanced, rounded story that would a lead character that you don't necessarily resonate with, would that really damage the movie that much? I don't know. That's a really good question, I think.
Yeah, I don't think Back to the Future would be my favourite if Natalie Portman was in that. I'm sorry. I'd be like, no.
But it's so well scripted and the jokes are just so on point. Would it be so bad? Yeah. I don't know. It's a really good question. I think that's a really good question.
It is.
Brie Larson in Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
I haven't seen that film, so I'm all right with that one.
Movie. That would be a different
I'd probably
movie.
rather see it if Brie Larson was in it, to be fair.
I've never seen it, Harry, either, so I don't know, actually.
Really? Yeah. It would ruin it, I would say. Yeah.
But I can't imagine Brie Larson teaming up with John Cleese, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, yeah. She wouldn't know how to change her facial expression. He'd be making jokes. It'd just be weird.
Do you know what? I have to say, though, this is a question that is going to haunt me for almost forever. Like, I think every time I watch a film, especially if I re-watch a favourite film, I'm going to think, like, would I like this if Natalie Portman was in it? So it really is a good question. It really is a good question.
Yeah, no, it is. It's an interesting one. I agree. Well, YK, what's your favourite movie and what's your least favourite actor?
It's going to be controversial, but Nick Cage, some of his performances I'm just not a fan of. So for me, like, my top two movies is Ocean's 11 and Terminator 2. So I just can't picture Nick Cage as Terminator.
It probably wouldn't be as good, but I would love to see that.
Dude, I would pay a lot of money to see that. Nick Cage in Terminator 2.
Face off Nick Cage in Terminator.
Would he be the good Terminator or the bad one? Or would he be John Connor, like the savior of humanity?
Just deep fake him over Arnold.
Oh my God. Yeah, for me.
Like, really, you could just apply this to every single movie ever. It's just, I think you never need another question about movies, just this one. It could just run forever.
Would Attack of the Clones be better without Natalie Portman in it?
Yeah.
It would have been if Nick Cage was in it.
That was easy, Mike.
It would have been better. It would have been better off without Hayden Christensen.
Oh man, I don't mind Hayden Christensen. I'll be honest with you. I don't think he's the worst. But I'm guessing, is he your least favorite actor, Patrick?
He's not my least favorite. I mean, I feel he got hamstrung by if we're doing actors, I'd like to go a little further than that and say, would your best movies be your favorite movies without the director or the screenwriter? In that case, I would not put anything with George Lucas's name on it. I would probably just hate. Not a Lucas. Not as a screenwriter. I think he's horrible.
He's definitely stick to the script kind of guy. And that's been said in interviews as well, I believe. So
Yeah, he just.
But yeah, what?
He's
It's an interesting
he's just not my cup of tea, and it's like I just think of all the movies that he's done, and every time it's like someone needs to put him on a leash, on a creative leash, because he'll come up with really weird ass ideas, and it's like it doesn't fit with anything that he's doing. I mean, you saw that, and I don't know if you listened to the commentary on Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skulls, but he was already trying to push aliens way back there, and Spielberg had to talk him off the ledge, saying, "No, we're not going to put aliens in this movie." But that's how Lucas is. He always wants to go do something weird, and it's like it doesn't fit the narrative.
What if George Lucas done Lord of the Rings or something? That might be interesting. I guess. I don't know. No?
I mean, he's a good I think he's a good world builder. I will say that, like creating the whole world, I guess.
Yeah, like Star Wars. Yeah, definitely.
Like that vision, I guess. Yeah, maybe he's not the best screenwriter, but yeah.
Yeah, world building wise, yeah. I'll probably agree with that. But I want to know from YK though, which roles Nick Cage playing in Terminator?
It would have to be Arnold Schwarzenegger's role. That I feel like it just wouldn't work for me. Like having him go up, like save John Connor. For me, like it's the way he does his dialogue that infuriates me a lot. Like some of his movies aren't so bad, but it's the way he delivers some of his lines that it infuriates me a lot.
There's a lot of over exaggeratedness, I think, to his line delivery a lot of the time.
I just can't picture him saying, "I'll be back." Like it just wouldn't sound natural.
No, I don't think it would either. I think I agree with you. But it's a good question, though, Joe.
I've just thought, sorry, what about Tommy Wiseau from The Room? Is Marty in Back to the Future? That would be probably quite interesting.
That'd be perfect.
I'm still thinking of Natalie Portman as Marty. I think it would work. I really think it would work. And Nick Cage as Doc Brown.
That would be wild. That'd be wild.
I mean, he's been in this. I mean, I guess the eccentric part of Doc Brown, he might do okay at. But
I really think, honestly, that question is going to stay with me forever. In fact, it's probably going to ruin my movie making, my movie experience, my movie watching experience quite a lot as well. So thank you for the question, Joe.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
Don't let your brother ask any more questions, Mike.
I want any more comments from Joe, I'll just ignore. We have got an interesting comment from Jason who he says, I think Civil War might be the worst movie for him. No explanation of why there was a Civil War, terrible ending, boring characters. What was the purpose?
Controversial.
I was interested in seeing that, but I heard pretty not great things about it. So yeah, I would like to check it out, but I haven't heard the best stuff.
Well, what was everybody's opinion on that film?
I haven't checked it out yet. I've also heard just mixed things about it. A lot of problems was that the trailer wasn't what the movie was presented with. So that's what I've been hearing a lot about.
Like for me, that was maybe one of its strengths. I thought it was really good. Really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, can't say too much for spoilers. Of course, YK and Ryan at least not saying. Patrick, did you see Civil War?
No, I just thought I was curious about it, but I thought it might be better off that they didn't release something like that until after our elections. I thought it might be a lot more inflammatory than what it was. But I think it's because it wasn't a very good movie. Nobody really got inflamed by it. So, another overhyped job by A24.
I kind of think on our side of the pond, generally speaking, I think to a large degree, British people had a very different view about what that film would be. And I think a lot of people in the States, they were concerned or interested in that Civil War angle because of political strife, turmoil, and general feelings. And we're a step away from that. We didn't have that feeling. So I kind of feel it was a different movie experience for us. When I watched a lot of reviews, people in the States seem to view it very differently to how we did here, I think. I think it was good. I think it's worth watching.
Yeah, I agree with Nick there. Like, I thought it was a really cool idea, and I was really interested on checking it out. But obviously, again, from America side, there, I can understand why maybe it was not really a great idea at that time, perhaps. But
We have a guy who's running for president who's going to be when he loses the election, he's going to try to instigate that here in our country, and that's going to happen. We're going to see that. I'm sure of it. And I just, a movie like that, it's just like, man, I don't think we need to throw any more gas on the fire right now. I think it would be nice not to. It's an interesting premise. It's an interesting premise, but I'm just thinking the timing of it. It would have been better off to wait till things cool down, and if they do. That was just my 2 cents. I mean, I like Kirsten Dunst a lot, so. And she said she based her character off of Lee Miller, who was a very famous World War II photojournalist. She said she based her character off that, so that made me curious, but not enough to go see it.
See, I think that was the kind of feeling that I'd kind of heard or read from a lot of the American audiences and YouTubers and so on. But I think when I watched that film, it was like, oh, it doesn't matter where this film is. The country wasn't important. It was a film about war correspondence, and like where the Civil War was. From someone that doesn't live in the States, like the country didn't matter. It was about the journalism, really. So it hit differently for me compared to how a lot of people stateside saw it, I think. But I thought it was good.
Yeah, I think I heard like kind of similar to you guys. Like in the States, they're a bit more controversial on it. I think
it resonates with those guys more. It's more topical for them.
Yeah. I mean, Howard, have you seen Civil War?
No, kind of the same thing Patrick said. Like things are so polarized. I was like, I don't really want. I'm like afraid to watch. Like I don't need any more like fuel or whatever. And yeah, like what you guys said, it hits a little more close to home for us with like everything going on. So it's like,
right?
Why was that released? I don't know. So yeah.
And you see a movie like that. I mean, you see a movie like that, and it's like maybe 10 years ago, you see it as a, like what could be. Now when you watch it, it's like, when is it going to be? And it's like, it goes from being like, looking at it like a fictional piece, but now you're looking at it and going like, yeah, that could actually happen here, and that's not a good thing.
Yeah, it's like the aliens landing, watching Independence Day. It's like, all right, this isn't as fun this time.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting viewpoint on the different areas in different countries as well, how they view that movie. I think it was a success anyway for A24, so it's definitely unique for them. Jason's got another comment. He says, I feel like Borderlands and The Crow are getting some of the worst reviews of the year.
Yeah.
I mean...
He's not wrong there.
Yeah, The Crow especially at the moment.
I think is Borderlands going pretty much straight to streaming. It's done that badly. It's just like going straight to Netflix or something. Like,
I was surprised, but yeah, it's doing bad.
Borderlands is just so weird. Just so weird, I think.
So I've got to add this in. So I've got Sin in the house, and Sin saying, let's not mess with the thought of Terminator 2 with imaginary terrible casting.
Sin, you're never going to unsee that question. I'm sorry. You're never going to unsee that question. You'll be haunted by it as well.
Especially with Sin's love for the Terminator as well. So
she'll be seeing Nick Cage
Natalie Portman as Sarah Connor.
Well, Jason adds, Melissa McCarthy probably wouldn't work in Budapest. Oh man, No, Jason, that would not
Oh,
work, my
God.
friend.
Melissa McCarthy in anything, to be honest. She's a good pick for one of the person I just really can't buy in anything. I enjoyed her in Bridesmaids, but it's just the shtick got old real quick, and she's alongside Timothy Chalamet for me. Like, kind of.
I'm not sure who she is. I'm just googling her. Oh no, I don't want to see her in Poor Thing. No.
Oh, Nick, imagine her in Poor Things instead of Emma Stone.
Oh, God.
YK's gone over there. He's lost it.
Oh.
Oh, man. No, Jason, don't put that night. Oh, and then we've got Sai saying, I'm having nightmares imagining Kevin Hart as Jack Burton in Big Trouble in Little China. And Aquafina is really
Oh,
Oh my God, Aquafina! God Almighty, no. I think your brother's really started something here. Like,
well, you could just apply it to like every film. You could just apply that thinking to every film you ever watch. It really is going to stay with you forever.
Well, Aquafina with the gun.
I mean, I'm going to go and see The Terminator. It's been reissued, and Sin watched it recently. And after watching her video talking about it, I thought, I'll see if that's coming to the UK, and I've booked tickets for it. But I'm just imagining now, imagine Awkwafina as the Terminator. Or a Sarah Connor, like, who would want to save her?
just like her
it's
saying
terrible.
"Hasta la vista," and that just wouldn't. No.
I'm going to wake up at like 4 in the morning again. I'm going to be more haunted than when I watched The Strangers thinking about this question. Oh, your brother's really opened a can of worms, Mike. He really had.
Aquafina in the loony bin and T2 and just kept there. Arnold's like, nah, I'll go on fire.
Keep her. You guys keep her there. Keep her there.
John Connor would be like, keep me man there, will you, please?
I just let the liquid guy kill her. That's good.
Oh, man. And Sin saying, probably not. If Natalie Portman and Brie Larson had starred in The Bike Riders, I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much as I dislike those two. I agree, Sin. I agree. I can't imagine them in The Bike Riders. Jodie Comer was great in that movie, but them two, no. But we've got Del Boy in the house. Hey, Del Boy says, sorry, Mike, being unwell to show and support you in the panel. Well, thanks, Del Boy. Hope you get better soon, man. Sorry to hear that you're not well. But Jason now wants to see Natalie Portman in Back to the Future. No.
There might be like a deep fake or something like that, maybe. Someone's maybe deep fake Nick Cage on Arnie or something like that.
I don't think anyone's that desperate to do that, Ryan. I'll be honest with you.
I suppose.
But
Sin does say, have fun watching Terminator on the big screen. It's an excellent viewing experience.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's one of my favourite films. My email address that I've had for like 25 years is the first words that Arnold says as the Terminator in that film. So, nice night for a walk. That's my email address. So I always I have a strong connection to that film. So yeah, really looking forward to it. It's next Friday.
Apparently the Butcher, the 4K, did they? Like,
Yeah. It's James Cameron wants to make all the 4Ks blue for some reason. Like, it's really weird.
Like they all belong in Avatar and Pandora.
Yeah. You can't stop seeing blue.
It's like Jim Carrey, liar with the pen.
I may have mentioned this in a comment on Sin's channel, but I did volunteer work in Kenya, and I saw the Terminator in a very rural cinema in Kenya, where it was a big old-fashioned television that was connected to like a car stereo speaker, and a VHS video recorder, and everybody sat on wooden benches and we watched the Terminator. And every time they killed someone, all the Kenyan guys were kind of like cheering and screaming and everything. So I've already had a great cinema experience with the Terminator. I don't know if the anniversary one will be as good as that, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it anyway.
Nah, I think that's a unique experience to have, Nick, for something like that, you know. But I saw Terminator on a reissue 2017, I think it was. I think they did a double bill at the first and second one. Really, really cool experience to see it on the big screen if you can, for sure. Well, Drew's got a question. He says, "Who do you think is the best movie villain of 2024?" That's a good question, actually. If any of you guys have got an answer, go for it. I personally don't know.
Bill Skarsgård as the Crow. I don't know if that would count, but I don't think he was meant to be a hero or something. I don't know. That's the first thing that comes to mind, anyway.
It's a good point.
The villain of the year is the one who okayed that movie.
Yeah.
I'm flicking through my movie listings to try and think of one.
I think like Chris Hemsworth in the new Mad Max.
Good call.
Just did a pretty good job.
I heard he was like the best part of that movie.
Yeah. I didn't like that. Like a lot of it, not to get on this rabbit hole, but a lot of it felt a lot more CG to me than Fury Road did. But I still really enjoyed it. I thought he carried it, honestly.
I had a similar complaint, Harry, about like it looked in the trailer it looked very CG in a lot of the set pieces than Fury Road.
Yeah. I think if Fury Road wasn't so practical, maybe it wouldn't have even been like as big of a thing. But it's just the fact that like it was so practical before that it's like, what happened? But
did Furiosa cost more than Fury Road as well?
That's a good question.
Because the CGI, it was definitely more CGI like, and it ended up costing an absolute bomb. So maybe it's more practical. I don't know.
You know, the Mad Max movies have always had a reputation for people getting killed and hurt on them. It could have been just a matter of insurance. You know, like the cost for the insurance for the movie might have been a lot more than they wanted to pay for it. So maybe that's the reason why they want more CGI.
Well, especially as it was it 2013 Fury Road? Was it
something like that? Yeah,
13, 15, something around there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it costed a little bit more. It was like 168 million. Fury Road was 150. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of think of a good villain of this year. To be fair, nothing really jumps out. I mean, even like Dune 2, I thought that my problem with that movie and the first is the villain. Like, I thought he should have been a lot more scarier than what it was in that film. But yeah, villains, I can't think of anything really for this year.
Yeah, I'd second Hemsworth. I thought he was charismatic in that film. I think probably the best villain. I've looked at the films I've watched. I would say Hemsworth.
Okay. So there's 2 votes for Hemsworth. YK, have you got an answer to this one?
The only one I can think of for me is the one from the Planet of the Apes. I honestly can't remember his character's name, but just remember him going, "What a wonderful day!" But yeah, other than that, I generally can't think of a good villain.
I know what I can't remember the name either. YK. I know who you're talking about though, but I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I mean, Patrick, can you add anything to this?
As far as the villain for me, I definitely would. Wow. I probably would actually go with a character named Jack Wakatu, and he did he's a character in a Western called Taken from Rio Bravo. Yeah, he was a piece of work. He was a pretty badass villain. I thought he did a great job. He's one of those old fashioned ones where you want to boo at him and throw popcorn at the big screen.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely a memorable character.
That's a cool answer, Patrick, because I know you've spoke to like the director of Taken from Me Above and did an interview with the few guys the other day as well.
Yeah, the guy who they found, he was actually an ex-British, he was a ex-British Navy, and it looks like he worked with on the SBS, and yeah, he just came across, and he just was very memorable villain and you don't see that too often in westerns because westerns don't get made a lot, but yeah, he was definitely one you wanted to go out there and wring his neck. But good performance.
I have got a candidate for villain of the year, I'm afraid, guys. This is a left field suggestion. This is from one of the comments on my Instagram. I went to see the 30th anniversary of Forrest Gump. Great film. I love Forrest Gump. And somebody has commented on my Instagram about this, that all Forrest wanted to do was marry Jenny. He goes through all that shit. He's amazing at everything, yet he gets laid once and is lumped with a kid. So on that basis, I'm nominating Jenny as the biggest villain of movie history in what she put Forrest through. And it's the saddest film ever made, my friend has commented there. So there you go, Jenny from Forrest Gump, villain of the year.
You know what? I'm going to I'll second that.
Poor Forrest.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no disagreements, Nick, from the panel, I think, tonight.
I mean, even without the kid aspect, I have to quite agree on Jenny. I think, yeah, she's not really great, I don't think.
Who would ever have guessed that Jenny from Forrest Gump is our villain of the year?
Should be the villain of the year every year.
Yep, every year.
Might as well just retire it.
He knows what love is, Jenny. He knows.
In 2050, well, who's the villain of the year? Jenny from Forrest Gump back when? Oh, man. I mean, Sai saying Abigail was a good baddie.
And that was a good film as well, I thought. That was a good film.
Yeah, it was a fun movie. Yeah. Sin saying, yeah, she was great as well. So, Sin saying. View Drew saying with YK was saying about Proxima Caesar and Kingdom Planet of the Apes. Yeah, it was a cool villain, for sure. He also thinks Hemsworth is the best of the year. And he said, did you guys hear that there is a Bob Dylan biopic coming in December? Yeah, starring Timothée Chalamet. Yeah, I did. And that's no joke either, it's actually starring him.
That is true, isn't it? It is true, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be quite fine with
Bob
that.
Dylan?
I don't know anything about Bob Dylan, really, so I'm quite happy for anyone to play that role.
All I can imagine with Bob Dylan, I don't really know much on him, but is the curly hair, so I suppose he could pull that off. But I'll not be checking that out, I don't think. In a hurry, anyway. I don't.
Yeah, Ryan's staying at home for that one. Yeah, Harry, are you looking forward to a Bob Dylan biopic?
I have known nothing about Bob Dylan either, so I'll probably skip it.
Yeah, I'm not familiar. I know of his music. That's about it, really.
I mean, he's so hugely influential and culturally important. I imagine this would be an amazing movie because I would come out and I'm guessing I'm going to want to go and read on Wikipedia to know more. And perhaps I go on YouTube and look for some of his stuff. So I think it'll be a fantastic movie because he's such an important musical, cultural icon. I think it'll be a great watch, no matter who's playing it.
I mean, it'd be interesting to see what route they go with the biopic. If it's been like a lot of biopics recently tend to be the same formula all the time and not really deviate from that. Because like Drew's adding, is it me or is it crazy that this year we're getting 3 music biopics? Bob Marley, then Amy Winehouse, and now Bob Dylan as well.
And Kneecap.
And Kneecap, yeah. Got
Kneecap.
Yeah, and I think is it next year the Michael Jackson one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
That
I think
one I
there
was
was
curious by.
a Whitney Houston one, or was that last year?
That was last year. That was at the end of
I missed
last
that
year.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There's too
And
many.
this one too.
I think
They-
that's the thing with
they
the
did,
Bob Dylan biopic. There's too many of them.
Did
Yeah.
they do an Amy Winehouse one too?
They did.
Yeah, back to black. That's it. Yeah, came out a few months ago now. I'd like to say. Well, flown by really. But yeah, there's a lot of music biopics. Yeah, Michael Jackson's next year. YK, do you know if they've announced any others?
I haven't heard anybody. Bob
Not
Dylan. I mean, the one thing I will say good about Bob Dylan in the movie, at least you'll be able to understand what he's saying. Because when you hear him talk normally, he just sounds like he's talking with a mouthful of marbles. So it'll be good to actually hear his lyrics for a change.
I've heard that as well about him, but it depends if they're doing an impression of him. It's accurate, I guess. But I know YK, you keep up with like weekly news. I don't know if you've heard anything at all.
I think there is one. I just can't remember who it is off the top of my head.
Okay.
I think there is definitely going to be more than one, like Michael Jackson, and there's going to be another one next year. I just can't remember who it is.
Right. Well, we'll just have to wait and see. There's quite a few coming up. But yeah, just because we wrap up this first hour and a half before we switch over guests, I want to take the time to thank Patrick, Nick, YK, Harry, and Ryan for being here for the first 90 minutes. I want to throw it over to these guys first. So, Ryan, we'll start with you if you just want to plug your channel and what you've got coming up.
Yeah, so it's just a movie review channel. There's also like all sorts of different stuff, kind of talk. Movie reviews being one of them. Going to cosplayer conventions and stuff like that. I really enjoy doing that kind of stuff. Maybe going to MCM again. I went last year, so hopefully maybe attending that again. I'm heartbroken I didn't get to go to All In this year. I went last year. I would have loved to go. The big match with Daniel Bryan. I don't know if anybody's a wrestling fan, but I'll be hopefully catching that later on as well. And yes, some more short films again with the legend Mike himself. Another short film coming. Look forward to for that as well.
Yeah, nice, man. We'll definitely check out Ryan's channel, Not Your Normal Geek, down below in the comment section. Short movie-wise, Ryan, I mean, we don't really have a time scale in that, I think, at the moment.
October, maybe. October, November, hopefully.
Yeah. I'm intrigued to hear what you guys think of it anyway when it's done. So that'll be cool. But yeah, definitely check out Ryan's channel. Harry, how about yourself? Come back from like a long hiatus, man. It's good to have you back.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Yeah, it's nice to be back. I'm gonna be posting. I want to keep posting movie reviews, but I'm also doing a little bit of different content, talking about tech, talking about random stuff, I guess. But obviously movie reviews and Blu-ray trips and things like that I've always done as well. So definitely keep an eye out for a couple reviews coming. I think my Alien Romulus review, I'm going to see it tonight, so I think I'll probably film it tonight and have that out soon as well.
Oh, nice, man. That would be awesome. Definitely intrigued to hear your thoughts on Romulus.
Yeah, enjoy that film.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm excited.
Nice, man. Well, yeah, definitely check out Harry's channel, Halum. He is back on YouTube. Posted 3 videos, I think, on your return so far.
Yes, sir.
So definitely check him out. Links down below in the description. YK, when are we expecting a comeback from yourself?
It would probably be September. Just basically starting a new job. So, like waking up at 6 a.m., going to the new job, coming back with spending time with family. So I just haven't had that time to make any videos for like close to a month now. But yeah, I would have to say probably September is when I should, with the new schedule and stuff, should be start back making videos again. Hopefully sooner, but yeah, September is probably when it's next uploading.
Nice. Well, yeah, definitely check out YK's channel, movie reviews, tier rankings, all sorts of news, weekly entertainment videos as well. So look forward to have you back, YK. You've definitely been a miss as well. Definitely missed the weekly recaps. And Nick, how about yourself? What movies have you got coming up?
I've got the Terminator coming up. I booked to go and see the Batman as well, the Robert Pattinson one. I don't know what other films are coming out that I'll be going to see, but everything that's released, I go and see. And don't follow my YouTube channel. It's crap. I'm a crappy YouTuber. Look, you look at the lighting on my video here. I haven't even got proper lighting, but I love movies. I've been to see 75 films this year. And every time I see a film, I make a 1 minute short, and it's like a one take, 1 minute, just what I think of the film. And if you want to see those, you can follow me. And I'll always talk about films to anyone. So if I've made a short about something and you disagree, just write a comment and we'll chat about it. But yeah, very happy to be here today, by the way.
Yeah, Nick, well, it's great to have you, and definitely check out Nick's channel as well. Quick fire, as you said, Nick, out the theatre, out the cinema, reactions as such on movies. Of course, I know your recent one was The Crow, so definitely intrigued to hear what your thoughts are on Terminator as well, coming about the cinema experience.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
And Patrick, how about you? What live shows have you got coming up?
Tuesday, we're talking with producer actress Kim Durham. She's got a brand new movie coming out called The Pale Horse. That was directed by the late Perry Tale. That's coming out on Tuesday. Wednesday, we're talking to director Joe Leone. This will be his third time on the show. He's got a brand new film called Scared to Death, found footage film, and he found himself a really good actress named Arena Oz. This is her first lead. And then on Thursday, we're talking to our very first fan convention organizers, the Gross Brothers, Tim and Tom, and they run Gross Fest out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania every year. So we'll be talking to them on Thursday.
Nice, Patrick. Yeah, and Patrick's always got, say, like directors, writers, actors, actresses, and like live shows, 8 questions with. You can check that out. Again, all these guys' links down below in the description box. Go check them out. And thank you guys for joining me for the first 9 minutes.
Thank you. Nice to talk to everybody. And remember, guys, think about your favourite film and just imagine Natalie Portman is starring in it.
That's where all the viewers of the stream goes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
See ya. And then we've got some new guests joining us for this last half of the stream. We've got Jacob coming back, and we've got Cinematic. Hey, guys. How you doing?
Hey, happy Sunday.
What's going on?
Hey, it's great. Well, it's great to have you guys. Yeah, thanks for joining. And we've got, of course, the legend that is Rashad G Reviews.
Rashad.
Oh, Jacob, what's up, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Damn, I haven't seen you in about 20 years, boy. How you been?
I'm doing pretty good.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I had Jacob on the channel as well.
Yeah,
We've never seen the kind of match schedules.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. I got a couple of gray hairs since the last time I seen you, man. Shit.
And Cinematic, trying to match his schedule is almost an impossible feat nowadays. But man,
I'm off
Cinematic,
today.
it's great to have you.
No, thank you. I'm happy to be here. Yeah, finally, our schedules work.
Right. The moon and the stars, my friend. We've got Jason. Hey, Jason.
Hey,
what's going
Jason.
on?
Hey.
We're getting all the cool people on here.
Yeah. Like a reunion tonight. Yeah, hey, but thanks, guys, for joining. Appreciate it. And yeah, the link to Jacob's channel, Cinematic, Rashad, and Jason's is down below in the description box. So please go subscribe and check out those guys' channel. I just want to add this comment very quickly. Sin was just saying, see you later, guys. About to head into a trivia competition against a critical drinker.
Oh, critical drinker.
Wish me luck.
That's one of the bigger YouTubers.
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, Sin, I hope you wipe the floor with the critical drinker and come back and tell us that's what you're doing. But yeah, how we doing, fellas? How's your Sunday going so far?
Doing good. Sunday is going well. It's my only day off in the last week and a half or so. First one day off, so it's nice. So I'm planning on going tonight and see Rear Window at AMC theaters.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Never seen it in theaters, so I'm excited.
Cool.
That's pretty good. And is it because it's like an anniversary cinematic they're showing that?
Yeah,
or?
yeah. 70th anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah,
Damn.
I didn't know. Yeah, that's a long time.
Just a little bit of time for sure. But no, man, that's awesome. Yeah, well, I hope you enjoy that showing as well, because I know you don't really get many days off.
Yeah. I mean, but I think I want to go. I'm gonna bring two of my kids. That's the plan. But yeah, it's a good day. It's been nothing crazy. I watched last night. Probably you saw it. Strange Darling. The movie. It was really good.
Strange
Really
Dawn.
good.
Is that the one that just came out, right?
Yeah. Huh. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
on my radar.
Oh yeah, it's in my top 10. Somewhere in my top 10 of the year for sure.
Damn. Okay.
That's how much I liked it. Yeah.
I've heard that from 3 or 4 people who've seen it since like one of their favorite movies, if not favorite movie of the year so far.
Yeah. It's as good as Malignant.
Also, it's bad. Okay, I'll avoid that one then. Oh man, we don't talk about Malignant here, cinematic.
Come on, man. I like Malignant.
Man, I see.
I like Malignant. Is Mike the only one who doesn't? The only one in the planet who doesn't like Malignant? It's Mike.
There's always that one movie that none of us don't get.
Yeah.
Oh, and we've also got our final guest as well joining us, and that is the legend of returning Blacktastic Media.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
What's going on?
What's up?
Good, fam.
Blacktastic.
Oh, I think he's on mute.
Are you on mute?
What's going on?
Oh, there you are.
There he is. Hey, Blacktastic, how you doing?
Doing well, man. Just got done having some lunch, have some Chinese food, so I'm doing.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice. Well, Blacktastic, welcome back to the channel, man. It's been a while, so it's great. It's great to see you again.
Yeah, it's been a minute, man. Everybody's busy, so it's nice when we can all get together. Wow.
Yeah, and I gave you a break from the terrible movie collab series as well, so that's always a nice break. All you guys have been victim to that in the past, so.
Yeah, man, you picked some really bad stinkers.
Yeah,
I don't know how he does it, man. It's like you got roach antennas for bad movies, man. Like,
you go like bottom of the barrel.
Well, season 3 is coming soon, so you guys probably get hit up again for that one, I think.
Oh.
Are you going to include The Crow, the remake?
I don't need to see that one again, cinematic. No, thank you.
Well, I haven't seen it yet, so I only heard about it, but I haven't seen it. Maybe I'll watch it tomorrow. I want to give it a chance, but I don't think it was a good idea to remake a movie that movie in particular. But I'll probably watch it.
I don't know what the hell people
know. There was a new Crow movie coming out. I saw like a YouTube ad for it just this past week. I'm like, they made another Crow movie. I bet it sucks. And sure enough, people say it sucks.
Hey, you did it to yourself. And anybody that goes to see The Crow, what the hell were you expecting? You did it to yourself. You should have known better. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, Mike. There's no way you bought a ticket to The Crow and said, you know what? I think this might be a good movie. No, you knew it was going to be shit when you sat your ass down. You just wanted something to rant about. Tell me I'm lying.
Well, as I say, Rashad, I'm probably one of the only people on this planet, but I never seen the original. So to me, I was like, yeah, I'll just take this for what it is,
Oh, you haven't seen the original Brandon Lee Crow?
You gotta check it out, Mike. You gotta watch it for sure.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
Even my son has seen it.
Mike. Golly.
I showed it to him once.
Oh man, that's when you know it's bad, when Cinematic hasn't seen it before I have.
Yeah, that's
no. The original.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's seen the original before I have. That's bad.
Wow.
I mean, Blacktastic, have you been to see the new Crow?
No.
Are you going to see the new Crow? Thank you.
No, he's got better things to be doing with his time than seeing the Crow.
No way whatsoever. No.
Nah.
Yeah, Blacktastic. I was telling you in the comments, Blacktastic. I think you're gonna appreciate Stretch Darling.
Really?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, you let me know. You let me know once you watch it.
Yeah. About a week and a half ago, me and Cyrus, we did a live stream about the trailer, and he said it was his most anticipated film of the year. I never heard of it, so he told me about it. They said it's one of the best of the year. So I think next weekend is a 3-day weekend, so I might go check it out then. And heard nothing but great things about it. You know, if you're a fan of Quentin Tarantino's writing style and directing style, this movie's for you. I'm sold. So I'm gonna definitely weekend.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'll be interested to hear your thoughts, Blacktastic, because like Cinematic was saying, everyone who's seen so far is loving the movie. Yeah.
It definitely looks like a Quentin Tarantino. And I was saying last night, like if you watch it and then you mute it, you're gonna think it's 100% Tarantino movie.
Oh wow.
That's what I think.
I wonder how Tarantino feels about that. Like, this motherfucker biting my style, man. Everybody raving about it, but all you did was steal from me.
Yeah, it's a good question, Rashad, actually, to be honest. Yeah, whether you appreciate it or whether you be pissed at it, I guess.
Right. Well, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, so maybe he's flattered by it. But, I mean, me personally, if you bite my style and everybody loves it, I'll take it as a compliment.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't do it too many more times, though. That's the only time you get. Don't make your next movie like mine. You got one time to bite off of me.
A whole universe.
Exactly.
Well, we'll kick things off with a comment from Harry here. He says, "What's up, guys?" He says, "Are you excited for Gladiator 2?"
I am not, but I definitely want to see it. I'm definitely going to see it. Probably, God willing, the day it opens. It opens whatever night, whatever Thursday or whatever it comes out. I like the trailer. It's just like, I know it just, but that song, it was out of place in the trailer. You know, I'm like, what? Hopefully the score is nothing like that. It's a real movie. Hopefully there is no song like that.
Well, let's not forget Gladiator 1 did the same thing when they first marketed the movie. They used Kid Rock, Ball with the Ball, whatever that song's called. They used Kid Rock, yes, for the teaser trailer for the first Gladiator, they used Kid Rock. Yes, they did.
I
So
don't remember. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Harry's add-in says, "Truly the music of the Roman people." Kid Rock.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely some interesting choices. I mean, obviously, of course, we recently did a Gladiator watch-along on the channel, and that movie was fantastic. So the second one looks a bit like a rinse and repeat.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. That's what I'm afraid of. Like, don't mess with something good. You know, Gladiator is such a classic, and to just redo it again, like, nah.
Yeah. See, the first Gladiator is a fantastic movie. I had heard whispers of Gladiator 2 for a while, and every time they would say it, I'm like, this is a terrible idea. This is a terrible idea. Don't make Gladiator 2. Well, I saw the trailer for Gladiator 2, and bad song choice aside, it looked okay just from the trailer and what they're doing story-wise. Yeah, it looks like a rinse and repeat, but I do like the cast involved, so I'm hoping it's at least a decent movie, at least, though I'm not looking for it to be as good as the original movie. I don't think it'll be Best Picture nominated or anything like the first one was, which won.
Yeah, I can't see getting Best Picture nominations, Jacob. I agree. It might get some nominations, possibly, but like Joseph Quinn looks quite unrecognizable.
Like best soundtrack.
Well, who's doing the score? Who's scoring the movie? You know, anybody know?
I know Hans Zimmer did the first movie.
Yeah, Zimmer did.
Yeah, Zimmer. Yeah.
I don't know if he's back for 2 or not.
Yeah.
They should get that one guy. What's his name? Ludwig. How you say his name?
Ludwig,
Ludwig.
the
Yeah.
Mandalorian guy.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
He'd
think
be
he's
good.
one of the top dogs in the game right now as far as scoring goes.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think that would be a good choice, Rashad. Whether they get him or not, different matter, I guess. But
Right.
I don't know. I mean, Blacktastic, are you looking forward to Gladiator 2?
I might be in a minority, not really. I wasn't a fan of part 1 back in the day. I seen it. I was late to the party. Everybody said, "Man, you got to see this movie. You got to see this movie." Kind of like Doom. And I went and seen it. I'm like, you know, I'm not really wars and sandal movies. Just not my thing.
What?
Okay. I'm not a fan of Gladiator 1. It's okay. I recognize it's beautiful, well shot, but it's not relatable for me. And I've only watched it once ever again.
Man, hold on, wait a minute, time out, man. That didn't get you in the feels? Like, this brother lost his family and shit. He went from being a slave to a gladiator to taking over the emperor.
Hey, it had its moments. Don't get me wrong. I recognize a good film. I just don't play everybody else. That's all.
Oh man.
And the new one, Denzel looks out of place. He looks like
he does. His teeth are too clean. Yeah.
Clean. And he did that gangster laugh from Training Day.
Nah. That's a Denzel signature, man. He's got to do that in every movie.
I'm like, oh.
Oh man.
I'm not looking forward. And you know, and Ridley Scott, as of recent, has been hit or miss with me. Napoleon, you know, and he's saying that this is his best film ever, which I find it hard to believe. So I'm pretty sure it's not going to live up to expectations, but we'll see. But you know, if I get a free ticket, I go. But I'm not looking to go see it.
Damn. I'm still stuck on the fact you wasn't feeling the first Gladiator, man. That hurt my feelings.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's one of the illest movies of all time, man.
Hey, I mean, it's beautiful looking, great fights. It was just one of those one-time watches. I'm not saying it was a bad film. It just, you know, it didn't do for me. It did for everybody else. And I love Ridley Scott. Trust me, one of my top 5 directors of all time. But you know, I'm glad it won Best Picture because I love the cast, things like that. But kind of like Doom, like everybody loves Doom. It's not relatable for me. Some skinny white dude going to a planet riding worms and the chosen one. I'm like, I'm tired of the space Jesus stories. I'm like,
did anybody say a sandworm?
Yeah, they come to I think like the Matrix, Dune. You got this one guy who's pronounced as Space G. They come to your town, they run shit, they take over your culture. Things you've been learning your whole life, they learn in 16 minutes, and then go ride some worms, and then like, okay, yeah, I'm the chosen one.
So I take it you're not a Deadpool and Wolverine fan, which has Marvel Jesus.
Marvel G. I was just thinking that, bro. I was just thinking about Marvel Jesus.
Blacktastic, now that you mentioned the Matrix is coming back again. I think this month, back in theaters again.
The original, the OG.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see them all in theaters. I see them all. The first
same.
It was a bad date. Oh my god. I took this girl I met at the club. You know, the only thing I remember, she got some really big ones. That was about it. But she was, she got on my damn. Yeah, man. Great movie, bad experience. But I've seen all 3 Matrix in theaters, and the last one that came on was Fox, not Fox, but Max. I didn't care for that last one too much. Was it Matrix Resurrection?
I think it was Resurrection. Yeah.
Oh,
the latest.
Yeah,
that one was. Yeah, it was very meta.
Yeah, the first 2 were incredible in theaters. The third one was a little different, but the first two,
Yeah.
blew my mind in theaters.
I love the twins in the second one.
Woo! Yeah, they was with the dreadlock.
Yeah. Yeah, they were cool. They were cool. Yeah.
Mike, what you laughing about?
I'm just thinking this Blacktastic stories, man, and like the dates and everything. It's just great stories.
Oh, that story. Like I said, I met her at a club, and I had my own place. Me and my buddy went out to the club. Right, we met 3 girls. It was 2 of us, 3 girls, and the one that I wanted had something to do afterwards. So she was like second place. I really didn't like her. So she came out, and there was no chemistry. Like I said, her face was okay. She had dark hair. I remember that, but it was very combative when we talked. We've seen The Matrix. She was talking like it didn't make sense. That was offensive. I said, we just watched the best movies of all time. And we'll get out. Big titties.
Nah, don't diss the titties, man. Come on.
Came with a bad attitude.
Yeah, big titties, bad attitude. That's a bad mixture, man. Yeah.
I'm more of a butt in the smile type of guy.
Yeah. Can't trust that either, bro. Can't trust a big butt and a smile. You know the rest of the words.
But what I was also laughing at is obviously we're talking about Gladiator, right? And I know recently on Cinematic Stream, you guys were talking about Terrence Howard. And and I was just imagining Terrence Howard as Russell Crowe's character in the Gladiator.
Man, are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Man, is this not why we're here? I'll tell you something, man. What we do in life echoes in eternity.
The dream is over. You killed it.
Oh shit. Shout out to my boy Terrence Howard. I'm a fan though, man. But that motherfucker, he be talking like his voice is about to like he's about to cry. You know what I'm saying? His voice is always shaking. Why is his voice always shaking like this when he talk? He sounds like Cat Williams with a deeper voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. True.
What's going on, man?
You're entertained.
Rashad's impressions are always the best.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you.
Rashad, can you give us a Sly Stallone as Russell Crowe Gladiator?
Oh no, man, no, yeah, nah, y'all trying to give me a pick on my second pops, man. I'm not doing it.
Terrence Howard.
Hey, what are you doing? Are you not entertained? Hey, yo, I ain't got time for this. You know what I mean? I mean, you come here, you want to fight? I'll fight the big fight, big deal. I'll fight the Emperor. Get my head kicked in. But you want to help me out? Help me out! I'm standing here.
That's so good.
Oh man!
How about Arnold?
At the end of it, he shouts for Adrian.
Hey, yo, Adrian, we did it, didn't we? Took out the Emperor, you know what I mean?
Oh man.
Yo, I heard the funniest shit the other day, man. Somebody posted a video, and it was somebody doing an Arnold impression, right? But they was doing Arnold's voice, but singing Bone Thugs and Harmony. It was the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. Somebody put it on. Somebody sent me that tweet on a.
You seen that, right?
On a DM. Yeah.
It was so hilarious, man.
So
it was, remember that song Crossroads by Bone Thugs, but it was Arnold doing it. I mean, he was doing the beat and everything. It was hilarious.
Oh my.
Damn.
I can't even envision that.
Oh man, yo, if I find a link, I'm gonna send it to y'all, man. It was the funniest shit I've ever heard.
He was singing the whole song, and even doing the sounds like
the sounds, yeah. Bang, 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 bang. Tell me what you gotta do. You can surrender that. It just me come for you. Bang, bang. Yeah, man.
Oh,
That's some
Rashad,
funny
you'll have to
shit.
definitely send me that. That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
oh yeah, I gotta find this in that to y'all, man. That was the funniest shit ever.
Damn.
Oh man.
That's all the impressions you're getting out of me today.
Well, they were great. Thank you, Rashad. You're the best at impressions, my friend.
Oh,
Hey,
thank you.
Rashad, I am sure you're gonna do another impression for $30.
$30. Oh, shout out to my boy Q, man. No, yeah. That take, that's probably gonna go down as one of the funniest videos ever, man. With Q,
Yeah,
getting drunk, arguing with the damn
one wheel.
Yeah, the one wheeler. Oh shit.
Oh, that video was amazing. I didn't expect it either. I was like, "What's this video about?" And I put it on. I couldn't stop laughing.
He wasn't gonna post it. At first, he wasn't gonna post it, and because he showed it to me first, he was like, "Man, I don't know if I can." I said, "No." I said, "Take that last part where you argue with the people over the one wheeler. You got to put that video out there. That's gonna go viral." And he put it out there. Yep.
Man, that video is fantastic. I can't believe 30 does the park a little one wheel as well.
Ain't that some shit?
Right. Oh man. Well, Ryan saying, I remember seeing Arnold as Dorothy from Wizard of Oz singing Someone Open the Veil.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh, that sounds so bad.
Somewhere
over the rainbow.
Arnold's making modern classics.
Right?
But Ryan also asks, what is a movie that you would erase from cinema history?
Oh, I got a whole list of those.
I got one off the top of my head.
Got to be Rocky 3, right?
Shit.
No, not Rocky 3. I like Rocky 3.
Shit. You tried me with that one, bro.
Nah, of course not.
Nah, if I had to erase one movie, it's probably single-handedly the worst comedy I've ever seen in my life. Jack and Jill.
Adam Sandler?
Yeah, Adam Sandler. That was a rough one to get through.
Oh, it's terrible, that movie, yeah.
Off the top of the dome, I say Leonard Part 6, Bill Cosby. Probably the worst film. Like, even Cosby disowned that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, what? Before the movie came out, he encouraged his fans not to go see it.
That bad, huh?
It was that bad. Yeah.
Imagine just going on your social media. Please do not support my new movie.
Yeah, dog. It came on HBO repeatedly for some reason, and I'm like, even as a kid, I said, "What the hell? What kind of movie is this?" It was bad. Yeah.
Oh man. HBO must have paid a lot for the licensing, I guess, for the rental. I don't know.
Yeah, it was a major studio film, so it cost a lot of money and it lost a lot of money. So,
wow.
Yeah.
And not to mention, he's at the peak of his career doing the Cosby Show. So he was on the world, had the biggest sitcom on TV. I'm like, Part 6? Okay, there's not a 1 through 5, but that was weird.
Yeah, matter of fact, dig how ignorant I was. I went to the video store afterwards. I'm like, where's Leonard Part 1 through 5? But I didn't realize it was part of the joke that the other 5 movies are confidential, so they could have put them out there, Yeah.
A movie that I would erase. I would even though I like the franchise a lot, I would have to go right now with Alien Resurrection.
Oh, that was bad.
Yeah. I love the franchise, but if I could erase one from history, that would be the one.
Yeah. The one with Sigourney Weaver making out with a ugly mutant hybrid thing.
Okay, she wasn't making out with it. Okay, she was just that was her child, so she was like nurturing the damn thing.
That makes it even worse.
Yeah,
in all fairness, if you take that part out and put in another climax, I think Resurrection wouldn't be as terrible as because there's some good stuff in that movie. Just the newborn stuff ruined it to me. Kind of like the Romulus.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Has everybody here seen Romulus already?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Oh shit! I almost spoiled it then.
Oh,
Well, Rashad's known for spoilers,
I
so
knew.
I mean,
I knew it was coming. Mike, you ain't shit. I knew it was coming. I've gotten a lot better. Okay, I don't spoil stuff like I used to. I've gotten a lot better.
But Rashad, what made me laugh the other day was your review of Leviathan.
Okay.
And you thought that would be like, hey guys, this movie's been out for a long time. I'm not going to spoil it because there's people out there who's not seen it. Halfway through, he's like, fuck this. This is the ending of Leviathan. It ends like
I
this,
did that?
guys. Yeah.
I didn't realize I did that. Oh, wow, so I spoiled it anyway?
Yeah, because you were like, oh, the ending's like Jaws. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, shit. Damn, I can't help
I
it.
was laughing. I was laughing to myself. I was like, he just said he wasn't going to spoil it, and he spoils it anyway.
I did, didn't I? I can't help it. I can't help it. Shit.
Oh my god, it's great. It makes me laugh though.
I'm trying though, man. I try to, but damn, I didn't realize I did that. I'm sorry.
It's all good, Rashad. It's been out long enough.
Yeah. 89, long time.
True.
Yeah. Alien Resurrection. I agree with you. But Sigourney Weaver looked absolutely amazing in the movie, man. She was shaped. She had cuts in her arms. She was beautiful. Yeah. Unfortunately, it was just wasn't the best film. The film, it's funny you brought up Jaws. Jaws is one of my favorite franchises, or at least 1 and 2. But the one movie I would erase from cinematic history is Jaws. That was bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that the one with Michael Caine?
Yep.
Oh,
I've still yet to see that masterpiece.
not even Michael Caine could save that movie.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Even admitted he only starred in that movie so he could buy his new house.
Yeah. Facts.
Well, hey, it brought him happiness. That's all that matters.
Need a paycheck sometime.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, Jaws the Revenge was that's where the shark actually roared like a lion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you stab it, if you stab it with the boat, it explodes.
Yeah.
And then you got Mario Van Peebles playing a Jamaican. With fake dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Looks like you got a kick from Tyler Perry, man. It was bad, man.
Yeah.
Like Brody's wife can somehow have these telepathic communications with the shark or whatever. I'm like, what the heck is
Well, dog, even the tagline, Jaws the Revenge. This time it's personal. I'm like, personal. Wow, so sharks can take vengeance. So somewhere in the ocean, when the first shark blew up, there was little baby Jaws from Jaws the Revenge looking like, I'm gonna get your ass one day. Okay. Yeah. Oh my god. But I can't lie. As a 7-year-old, I used to watch the shit out of Jaws the Revenge. I didn't know any better. At 7, I thought Jaws the Revenge was the greatest thing ever until I probably got about 11 or 12, and I said, "Yeah, this movie's not too good."
That was me when Shark Tale came out.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, Shark Tale's bad.
Shark Tale. Oh, that's the one with Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith.
Yeah.
Jack Black, Robert De Niro.
Yeah, that was a hard one to
is a pufferfish.
Bad. Jason, what movie are you erasing from cinema history?
Yeah, that's a good question. I just now thought I think I'd go with The Last Jedi because that's a tragedy to the Star Wars franchise. Totally ruined Star Wars, and Star Wars has been horrible ever since.
God, I wish Perez was here.
I'm gonna have a hard disagreement. I like that movie.
I wish Perez was here. All right, Jacob, get him.
But
it didn't. I don't think it ruined Star Wars. I just think it's misunderstood.
Characters.
I totally get if people don't like the movie, like they're entitled to their opinion. I just get more annoyed with the toxicity that surrounds the movie, where it's like, if you love this movie, you're part of the ruining of Star Wars, or if you hate the movie, you're sexist or whatever. I'm like, no, you just gotta be honest about the movie. That's all I care about.
Right.
But I like the movie fine. I have a couple issues with it, but I liked a lot of the choices in the story. There's some good action in it. Actually, the more I've sat and thought of the film and watched it, the more I like it. So,
yeah, out of the
joke, and then they kill him, and it's like, well, what was the purpose of setting this character up? They say, oh, who's Rey's parents? Oh, Rey's parents is nobody. Why'd they set that up? It's so stupid. I don't know.
Yeah,
I get that criticism.
Yeah, I can get that. It didn't.
Out of the three films, I feel The Last Jedi looks the best. The reds, the whites, and man,
yeah.
But what confused me when I seen The Force Awakens, I was under the assumption it was going to be what's his name, the Black Stormtrooper. What was his name?
Talking about Finn.
I thought it was his story, not Rey's. To me, that's more compelling. You have a former stormtrooper who realizes what I've been doing my whole life is wrong, wants to go to the good side, and fight against the Empire. To me, that's a compelling story for 3 movies. Rey, I don't know. They kind of messed it up. You know, it's just each director had a different agenda, different story to tell. It wasn't
never a clear vision. Yeah.
I agree, Blacktastic. I think Finn has the more interesting story, and plus it's one that you've never really had before. The Stormtrooper going against.
Yeah.
That. Oh yeah, it's cool.
Imagine him fighting the Darth Sith at the end in the third film. Imagine them two fighting instead of Rey and him fighting. It would have made more sense. It would have been compelling. And, you know, up until the prequels, we never seen a black Jedi with a lightsaber fighting, you know, the evil Empire. It would have been epic if they kept it along those lines.
I will admit, I think the biggest wasted potential out of all the sequel movies is what they do with Finn, because I love the setup with that character. Like, I thought he had probably one of the best potentials out of any character. What you see him in The Force Awakens, like Blacktastic already mentioned. I like this story for the most part in 8, but then by the time you get to 9, it's like they forgot what to do with this character, and he was kind of on autopilot by the end of it. Like, they were giving these hints like, oh, I got this important secret, I need to share it, and they make it like a running joke and they don't share it when it's so obvious, you know, he's Force sensitive, he wants to be a Jedi, and they do nothing with that. And that's probably the biggest gripe I have against the movies, even though I have more positives with those movies. The biggest wasted potential they have in those movies is what they do with Finn.
Well, I think personally the biggest misstep that they did was not bringing the OG cast together. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you kill off Han in the first movie, spoiler for Force Awakens. All right, you kill Luke in
these movies.
You kill Luke in the second movie. All right, and then have Princess Leia flying like Mary Poppins, and then by the third movie, it's like then you bring Lando in the third movie. It's like how come we couldn't get at least one scene with Lando, Han, Chewie, Leia, and Luke at the same time? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Give something for the old heads while still telling a story for the newer generation. You know what I mean? And also, like Force Awakens, like you said, Blacktastic, like it set so many things up, and then by Last Jedi, it just like retconned all of it, and then like started from scratch, and then by Rise of Skywalker, it was just damage control. Like, okay, we don't know what the fuck to do, but we gotta put out a Star Wars movie. So just make up anything on the fly. Okay, make Rey have the same powers as the Emperor. That's her granddaddy. Okay, we had to bring the Emperor back because we killed the big bad guy in the second movie, so we got to bring Palpatine back from the dead. And it was just a jumbled mess, man. So, you know, with that being said, I did like Last Jedi as a film, but as far as like narratively wise, yeah, it kind of fucked up the whole lore of that trilogy.
Yeah.
In my humble opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I like Last Jedi, but I definitely agree with what you guys saying. And I think the whole thing with that trilogy is they didn't have a clear vision for the entire trilogy, because I think originally they announced 3 movies with 3 different directors. Now those directors are going to have different styles per movie, and they're going to want to make certain changes here or there. But it's kind of like Rian Johnson undercut J.J. Abrams, and then Abrams was like, right, let's forget what he did, and let me do what I wanted to do. But now I've messed it. This is messed up, so I can't do what I want to do.
Right.
I mean, Harry's saying every character in the new trilogy was underdeveloped, and he said for me, Force Awakens started the ruining of Star Wars.
No, I disagree with that. I thought Force Awakens was return to form for Star Wars.
Was like a good movie to start with, but they only did the beginning, right? Just the beginning, and then the middle and the end is like it got like lesser and lesser.
I think I can see, like, if you don't like the sequel trilogy, it's like maybe if you like The Force Awakens when it came out and then you don't like the other movies, it's like, well, it's not a good trilogy when the other movies aren't good and the first movie was like the one good one. It's hard enjoying just the one when it ends on a kind of a cliffhanger. But I do think it is a good return to form. I love seeing it on the big screen, seeing the new characters, the old characters. I thought it was like a good mix of what was done in the original trilogy, with some new elements, even with some familiar plot beats. The Last Jedi, again, I can see why people don't like it, but I thought it was trying to do some things different with Star Wars while also being kind of like a love letter to what came before. I'll agree the Rise of Skywalker is messy on a story level, but I still enjoyed it for what it was.
Shit, man. I walked out mad. Jacob, if you was with me at the cinema that day, me and you probably wouldn't have been friends, because I walked out, true story, man. I walked out talking cash shit. I took my daughter with me, and I'm already mad because this is my daughter's first theatrical Star Wars experience.
Oh, no.
And Rise of Skywalker just messed it up. And then at the very end, I wish somebody would have recorded it. What is your name? I said, don't you say it.
I know.
Don't fucking say it. Skywalker. I said, damn it. I put my shoes on. So I had my shoes kicked off. Put my shoes on. I said, some bullshit. And my daughter's like, Daddy, please stop. I said, no, man, that's some bullshit. How the hell are you gonna? I'm talking shit walking out, right? And then right when I turned the corner, like when you walk down the I said, she's not a Skywalker. She's a Palpatine. Fuck out of here. And my daughter right behind me is like this. Oh my God.
Like, Daddy, why'd you ruin my first Star Wars movie?
She gets shot. I embarrass her so easily, but I meant that because I'm a passionate fan. You know what I mean? And when they did that to me, you fuck with my childhood and then my daughter's childhood as well. So I felt double insulted. And then the fact she had to see me in that way.
It's definitely a messy trilogy. I agree with you. We should have seen 3 OGs together in one scene, especially in Force Awakens.
Yes.
Just like the last Ghostbusters, the one before last, the OG got together with the new Jacks, and it was a great. Yeah. And the one thing they got right, my favorite starship in the universe is the Enterprise and Millennium Falcon. To see that thing come back again.
Yeah.
Man, with the new C, and Ray was flying the hell out of that ship. I thought, man, I get goosebumps thinking about it.
I know.
Return and The Force Awakens, to me, was the best part of the movie. I love those scenes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I almost shed a tear. Yeah, when I saw the Falcon again, like I got teary-eyed, man.
Yeah, you know the one scene in the sequel trilogy that nearly got me teary-eyed, and it's a scene that a lot of people mock.
Okay,
so the part where in The Last Jedi, where Leia's floating in outer space, you think she's dead, and then when you get to see her use her force powers, and the haters say she's flying around like Mary Poppins, I got goosebumps watching that thing. It's like Leia's finally using her powers. This is amazing. But I know I'm in the minority on that.
Up and away. Oh gosh.
But that's me being honest.
I did shed a tear for that scene, but it wasn't for the same reason because she was gone and remember she passed away from the making.
Yeah, that's film. Right.
Right.
So seeing that scene, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, who did not have a crush on? I mean,
Oh yeah. Yeah, Return of the Jedi was my start to puberty, man. You know, seeing her in that slave outfit.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm like, the way she was choking Jabba the Hutt, almost had an orgasm. Yeah, Carrie Fisher was bad, man.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Yeah. I think when that happened in The Last Jedi, when the decision that was made, this was, of course, after Carrie died, I'm like, I saw that as Carrie Fisher may die, but Leia still lives on. And I thought that was a sweet moment.
Yeah. Well, do you think that was a good idea for them to have her still be in Rise of Skywalker? Because you could tell something was off, even when they did show her and she was interacting with Rey. You could tell, like, yeah, this. Maybe my mind was playing tricks on me, knowing that she's no longer here, and that's really not her standing next to Rey. But just something just felt off every time she was on screen.
Well, I think considering the circumstance and them deciding, okay, maybe we're not going to recast Leia. We're going to use what we got from like archive scenes. I'm like, I felt they did the best they could do at that moment. And I still thought how they handled her character was very respectful in that movie.
Okay.
Hey, Jacob, I'm curious. How do you feel about those space horses? And
The Last Jedi?
I'm like,
that was probably the weirdest aspect of The Last Jedi. Like, I didn't mind the scene. It was like a fun little B plot, but it's probably my least favorite element of the movie. So.
Jason, you see what you done did?
I know.
We done had a whole damn 15-minute discussion about these damn movies, man. Imagine if Perez was here. Oh my god!
I think it'd be longer if Perez was here.
If Perez was here, for you guys, it would be Labor Day by now.
Man, let me tell you something. Perez makes the holiday special sound good.
I may love Star Wars. I can't.
That's how passionate a fan that motherfucker is, man. He can make the holiday special like, damn, I need to go back and watch the holiday special. That sounds like that shit good.
To me, it's like, there's people that are like, The Last Jedi is the worst Star Wars movie ever. The Rise of Skywalker is the worst Star Wars movie ever. I'm like, man, you've not even seen the holiday special. The holiday special is trash.
Yeah.
At least the sequel movies have good visuals.
Yep. I'll give it that. Yeah, even Rise of Skywalker, the visuals was on point, but damn, that movie made no sense.
Well, at the cinema in like the cinema near me, for like every week in September, they're showing the like every Star Wars movie like once per week. So this week coming up, they're going to show Attack of the Clones. So I'm going to go see them all, and I think I'm going to do a rewatch of Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and Skywalker, and review each one after I've seen them.
Nice.
Yeah, wish me luck, guys. When I get to Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker.
Honestly, I really don't count those. Like when I
feel the love.
Now, when I do rewatches, I never count those. So, like when I show my kids, I always do 1 through 6, and that's it.
No Mandalorian or anything like that.
Nah. No. Oh, and Obi-Wan, just because Obi-Wan does kind of tie into New Hope and Revenge of the Sith. So after Revenge of the Sith, I did show my son Obi-Wan, and he was like, he loved it.
Yeah. I will say what annoys me with Star Wars. I'm like, I gave The Acolyte a pass. I like the show just fine, as flawed as that was, and how toxic the reception of that was. And then, like 2 weeks after I posted that video, they canceled the show. I'm like, well, that was a waste. I was trying to help you guys out.
Yeah.
Too late.
Lost cause, man. Lost cause. Yeah.
They're probably thinking, Jacob, where were you on day one when we released this?
No, I wanted to share my full thoughts when all the episodes dropped.
Yeah.
No, with dog. Speaking of Perez dropped it. He was one of the first people to see it, and he dropped a review, I think, for the first 2 or 3 episodes. And so he was like one of the first reviews for the Acolyte. And when I say they crucified him in the comments, they came at my boy with razor blades and lemon juice, man. They came after Perez, man. They said
horrible.
Disney was paying him off. They called him a fake, and you don't know shit, and like just vicious. I was like, oh god.
Well, half of my video on the Acolyte was calling out the toxic nonsense from both the fans and even from the higher ups at Lucasfilm. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to have an honest opinion on the show.
They came after you too in the comments?
Surprisingly, no.
No? Oh yeah, now Perez got it. I felt bad for the brother.
Yeah, that's terrible. What happened?
Yeah, they came after him hardcore.
I think by that point, Rashad, everyone got the anger out at Perez. They're like, when they got Jacob, like,
Yeah, but by the time they got the Jacob, it's like, yeah, we already crucified this guy. We'll give him a pass. Like, it was so bad. It was so bad. I had to say something. I got in the comments. I was like, hey, man, y'all leave him alone.
Oh, man.
I mean, I can't do shit. That's all I can do is comment.
Yeah. That argument that like Disney's paying people to praise this stuff is like so stupid. Like to be honest, if Disney was honestly paying me to talk good about their stuff, I wouldn't even be on YouTube.
Yeah, facts.
Well, when your favorite franchise is letting you see the movies early, it's kind of a complimentary thing. So you feel kind of special. And people view that as, kissing up or paid. Being paid is not exactly paid money, but having some allowances to see things early gives people a reason to talk bad about it when it comes to like that's like me. Like my favorite director of all time is Spike. Not all his movies are great, but if I had a chance to see all his movies early, and shit, call me what you want, I'd do it.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, good. I'm sorry.
No, go on, Rashad.
Oh no, I was gonna say like people say what they want, but look, let's be honest here. Like Blacktastic, okay, if Spike Lee comes to you personally and says, "I'm giving you a screener of my new movie, and I want you to review it," are you telling me you're not gonna put a little extra sauce on that review just because Spike Lee personally gave it to you and he's gonna be watching your review? You're gonna put a little bit more sauce on that motherfucker, ain't you? Exactly. So shoot, say what you want. I know I would. Even if the movie ain't that good, I'm still gonna be like, yeah, man, I loved it.
The best movie that I have ever seen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna put all the frosting on there. Knowing I'm capping, but Spike Lee's watching.
It'd be like Spike Lee's new movie, Blacktastic, was Aquafina was great in that movie.
Shit, that's like when they came out with Coming to America, right? Which is one of the worst. Now that's another one I would erase from history. Is Coming to America. Eddie went on, I think it was Kevin Hart's podcast, right? Hey, how'd you like the movie? Oh man, I loved it. Oh man, it was great. It was great. No, and damn well he didn't mean that. But because Eddie's in there, you're not gonna tell Eddie to his face that his movie's bad. Come on.
You're not gonna do that. No way.
Mm-mm.
No way.
Mm-mm.
Rashad, I can just only imagine though, like how you said you went in Perez's comment section and was like, leave the guy alone.
Right.
Everyone's probably then after Rashad being like, he's being paid by Disney also.
Yeah. Oh man, I was ready for the smoke. Let me tell you something, man. I love all of y'all, right? So if I see somebody coming at y'all in the comments, even though I physically can't put my hands on the people, but I'm gonna try my best to take up for you in the comments just because I fuck with y'all. So my mentality is you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. So just like with Ryan, when they came after Ryan, that one channel, Mike, you hit me up and you was like, hey, they're going after our boy Ryan. I didn't comment because I see they don't really read the comments, so I did my due diligence and reported it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, that's just me, man. If I see anybody coming at y'all, I'm gonna see them in the comments.
No, you're right, Rashad. If someone came after like one of you guys, I'd be straight there, reported and made a comment and stuff. Yeah. Nah, it's not cool.
Yeah, y'all family, man. So yeah, don't fuck with us, man.
Yeah.
Right. I agree. Well, Rashad, I wanted to add to this as well. I wanted to move you away from cinema history. The amazing Bulk. That has to go.
Wow. The fact that you even discovered that movie exists. So I'm gonna start calling you roach antennas, bro. Like, how do you even be finding these movies, man? Golly.
and then Jason watched it as well.
Yeah, I know.
God.
He did me dirty and he got me.
And,
I'm sorry.
I think I've seen clips of that on different videos. Is that like the naked purple
Yes.
blob
Yeah.
monstrosity walking around?
No, he runs. Jacob, he runs. All you see is him running the whole time, and the camera's behind him, so you see his purple jiggly ass running. Bouncing while he's running, cutting corners.
Whoa.
That's the entire movie.
I mean, you can hear him, like as he's running. That's
Probably.
Yeah.
That movie's probably so bad it makes She-Hulk look good.
Oh my goodness.
Nothing.
After watching that, Jacob, Jason went on to watch She-Hulk the entire series. Like, this is great.
I've been knowing Jacob for a long time. We became YouTube brothers. The most passion I have ever seen him in his videos was talking shit about She-Hulk.
That's right. I remember that. Yeah, I remember those videos.
I was prepared too because there was like toxic people left and right on that show. It's like if you hate the show, you're sexist. If you love it, you're woke. And I'm like,
yeah,
I'm neither.
Yeah.
Like, where do you draw the line?
It's sad. It's like you get labeled as one extreme or the other. You know what I'm saying? It's like you just can't have an opinion without you falling into a category of woke or, whatever.
Yeah, She-Hulk was bad. I can speak for Rashad and myself. It just made me horny.
Yeah. When the CG was right, I said She-Hulk can get it.
Okay.
When the CG was right.
Not once did I buy that character in the scene with the live actors. I was like, this is like the worst CGI Marvel's ever put out. At least in the Disney run.
But Jacob, I use my imagination.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always had a crush on She-Hulk, you know what I'm saying? So even from the comic books.
Yeah.
So seeing her on the show, I was like, like I said, when the CG's right, I said, God damn, she can get it. Twice on Sunday. Yes, sir.
That show introduced me to Megan Thee Stallion or whatever is Stallion, which I never heard about her in my life until that show. So
okay, I know you're a married man. I know you're a married man, but I have to ask you: did you go follow her on Instagram after you seen the show, bro?
No.
You didn't go follow her? Okay.
No, I didn't. I mean, the last time I don't listen to like rap and hip hop since the I still do, but it's like from the early 2000s and under,
right,
and before. Yeah, past the 2000s I don't. So
yeah.
I think you'll like Megan though. Megan's got an old school flow to her. Like she raps like old school. Like she reminds you kind of like a Lil Kim or Foxy Brown, like from that era.
Uh-huh.
You can understand what she says. She's affluent. She's articulate. She shakes her ass a lot. But as far as rapping goes, she's not. Yeah, Megan can spit. Trust me.
Now, Cinematic, are you telling the whole truth? You didn't follow her because when you were talking about. You didn't follow her. You was talking like Stevie Wonder. You was doing like this. No, man, But,
he was capping.
No eye contact. No.
I didn't realize that. Yeah. I don't know about I think CT capping over there, man.
Let's just say by the time you get to that awful joke with She-Hulk and Megan Thee Stallion doing that awful twerk joke at the end of, I think it's episode 3, I'm like, this show's past the point of no return. That's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cinematic was looking around the room. He's like, "Is my wife coming in the room right now?"
You looking at Megan the Who? Nothing, honey. It's she's just a rapper. I don't know her. You know.
I don't follow her.
Yeah.
No, one of the things I like about the show was the Daredevil moments, but that was it.
I never made it that far.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, it was only
the one episode that Daredevil was in was decent.
Yeah, I like it.
They did his character well, even though it's in a goofy show.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciated that. I like Charlie Cox, but other than that, the show's trash.
And he smashed.
Ryan, the amazing Vulcan Steel tip.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Don't even kid about that. I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see that shit.
And talk about bad movies, Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh, that was bad.
I've never seen that.
I'm not even a Dragon Ball guy. This is the one time I've seen anything related to Dragon Ball. I saw Dragon Ball Evolution. And even as somebody who's an outsider, I'm like, there is no way this is connected to the cartoon. This is awful.
I never saw that movie on purpose, but I heard how bad it is.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I never seen that one.
Yeah,
same.
I love
actually I had a double feature yesterday. Instead of going to the movies, I stayed home and I watched Long Legs and then I watched The Beast Within. And both of those movies put me to sleep. The Beast Within is probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen, and the worst werewolf movie I've ever seen.
There's like no werewolf almost.
It was no weird. You don't listen. You don't see the weird. You see more werewolf in Blacktastic movies here. This one, you see the at the end of the movie, and it's so dark. The scene is so dark you could barely even see it. I guess they had confidence in how the wolf looked, and it was just boring. And there was no transformation scene.
Nope,
nothing. It was just like, what the fuck is this?
But you know what? When I watched that movie, I went to see it at the theater, and I was like, you know, like back in the 80s with the werewolf in London.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like how back then they did that transformation,
right?
With bright lights and everything, and like you see everything, and then they couldn't do it here in 2024.
Nah, they must have had a really low budget. But the thing about it is the production of the movie looked good. You know,
because it has nice shots and everything. But
nice shots, cam work and everything. But I guess they didn't care about putting any of the budget to the wolf, and the wolf's supposed to be the star of the movie. So I didn't understand that.
There any big name actors in that movie?
Jon Snow, whatever his name is. What's his name? Jon Snow.
Kit Harington, I think his name is.
Yeah, Kit Harington. Yeah.
Most of the budget probably went into the casting.
Probably.
No, but he's the only known actor, right, in that movie. I mean, that's the only one I recognize
that I know of. Yeah.
But there's only like 4 or 5 actors. It's like a slow, like a low movie. Like only like it's the grandpa, the wife, the husband, and the daughter.
Right.
That's it.
And a car that never worked, and that like non-existent. Now, Long Legs actually wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. It was boring as shit, but there were some creepy elements in it where I'm like, okay, that's not bad. And Nicolas Cage, I thought, was the only thing that halfway kind of saved the movie because he was creepy as shit too. But the movie itself was like a knockoff. Yeah. He had that white makeup on and everything. But it was like a great value version of Silence of the Lambs, pretty much.
Yeah.
It was a boring, lame version of Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, I just liked Long Legs, Rashad, and I got roasted in the comment section.
Really?
Yeah, I was
people came after you because you didn't like it.
Yeah, because my YouTube title was like, "Don't waste your time on Long Legs," and everyone was like, "This guy doesn't know what he's talking about."
Wow, no, I'll agree. No, it wasn't a good movie at all. Yeah, Long Legs was terrible, bro. Like I said, Nicolas Cage was like the only thing that made it watchable.
It was like Malignant all over again. I got slammed for Malignant, you know.
Hey, Malignant is awesome. What are you talking about?
At least Malignant was fun. Long Legs was like just boring, man.
I would rather watch Malignant again. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah, Long Legs. Yeah, I didn't quite understand. So Nicolas Cage's character, like, he made these dolls, and what the dolls was like possessed by a spirit that made the fathers crazy or whatever? Is that what it was?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. Rashad, I'll voice note you after this. I've got some things to say about Long Legs. I don't want to say it for spoilers if anyone's not seen it.
Oh, okay.
Although Rashad kind of spoiled it, though. But, I just got what you're doing. Okay, Rashad's about to spoil it, bro. Just shut up. I'll watch you later. Because Rashad's about to spoil some shit.
Have you guys seen the new? This is a teaser trailer. Is the next movie of Osgood Perkins? Is coming, I think, in February. Something about the monkey. Yeah. Yes.
Mm.
You guys seen that little teaser trailer yet?
No.
They played it last night before I watch
Strange Darling, right?
The French, the Strange Darling. Yes. Yeah.
I'll tell you a trailer I watched the other day, and ever since I watched it, I'm like, I gotta see this movie now. And this was under my radar until I saw the trailer. Have you guys seen the trailer for that new Lord of the Rings movie that's animated?
I just saw it a few days ago. Yeah.
Oh man, that movie looks awesome. Like, they're doing like this anime style, and they're doing a story that I think tied to the history of the Rohan people.
Yeah,
that looks like they're at Helm's Deep, and I'm like, okay, I'm actually, I think I might go see this.
Peter Jackson behind it.
I think he's producing it. I think they have an anime director who's making it.
It's a Japanese name, right? I think.
Yeah, it was like a Japanese. Yeah, it was a Japanese name.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be out in December. Is it December?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I knew they were making a Lord of the Rings anime style, but I haven't seen a trailer. No, but I'll definitely check that out.
Oh man.
Yeah, I watched it a few days ago because I heard about it, and it's on YouTube, right? And it has a lot of millions of views, like a lot.
Oh wow!
Ooh, the Rings,
I'm not surprised. The legacy.
I'm not a fan of that franchise.
What?
Wow.
I can totally understand anyone not getting into Lord of the Rings. I have people in my own family that thinks Lord of the Rings is boring.
Really?
Okay, I'll put it this way. What, Blacktastic, you a fan, bro?
Yes.
Well, what have we here? No, they're not okay. To take a page out of your book, they're not terrible. They're just long. Okay. Well, the first one, the Fellowship of the Ring, was cool. Okay, that was a good introduction. I went to see Two Towers. This is before the recliner chairs at the cinema. So I'm sitting for 3 hours upright like this. And about 2 hours in, that was me.
You fell asleep during the Battle of Helm's Deep?
No, that's why I woke up. So I fell asleep during the whole elf scene and shit with Liv Tyler. I think that's her name. And then I woke up that last battle. And then I saw Return of the King. And I swear I started this movie back in 2004. That movie's still playing right now as we speak. That motherfucker never went off.
Hey, Rashad, you need to watch the extended edition.
No, if I can't survive the theatrical version, what makes you think I can survive the? Yo, I'm sitting there watching, and mind you, yo, I am enjoying it. Right, I'm like, damn, that was good. So I'm thinking the climax is happening, right? And then there's more. I'm like, okay, so we still got some more. Okay, this is the end, and it's still, and I'm like, this movie's never gonna end. I was getting impatient. Yeah.
I can imagine Rashad waking up at the Battle of Helm's Deep being like, what's going on? Why are they fighting for?
Why do
So it's like you're not a big Lord of the Rings guy, but if you had to choose, and if you were stuck on a deserted island, which franchise would you watch as your only franchise you have? Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter?
I was going to ask.
Oh, Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings, easily. I hated Harry Potter. I hate, and hate is a strong word. I hated those movies. Besides Prisoner of Azkaban, which was decent, but after that, every single one of them I hated.
Yeah.
And he still doesn't know who the Half-Blood Prince is.
And I don't know where Perez was about to fight over that.
Like those.
Yeah, I got his pressure up that day, man. I got scared for a second. I said, Perez about to whoop my ass because I don't know what the Half-Blood Prince is.
One of the best movies too.
Really? I just remember every review with Rashad and Perez. He's like, "I'm sorry, Perez. I tried my best. I rewound it 5 times to catch up on the movie."
Dog, Mike, I felt so remedial watching those, man. Like I felt like the kid in class where I don't know if they still do this now, but when like you have to go to like a special class or whatever, and the teacher comes in and gets you out of the embarrassed you in front of the whole class, right? Okay, Rashad, time for remedial math. Oh man. You know, I felt like that kid watching the Harry Potter movies, man. I felt slow.
Hey, Rashad, going back to the Return of the King towards the end. Were you in the theater like getting up and putting the shoes? I'm like, oh wait, it's not over yet.
Not over.
No, I saw that at home. I didn't see that in the theater. I saw Return of the King at home, but it just the movie just never ended. It never went off. I got to the place where I just had to stop it. Like I still don't know how the movie ended.
What was the last thing you remember?
Last thing I remember, it was like an intimate scene between Sam and Frodo. They were like hugging and shit.
They got the part where they were on the rock and there was lava around them, and
talking about where Gollum fell into the thing with his
fell.
precious.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did see that, but last thing I remember is Sam and Frodo hugging, and like that was it.
I can just imagine Rashad is on his projector at home on a tab that's still on from 2008 and not finished.
I never finished it. Like this ain't never going off, man.
Before that new movie comes out, you're gonna have to rewatch it.
Hey, but listen, I'll take Lord of the Rings over Harry Potter any day. Harry Potter makes me feel dumb. Like when I watch Harry Potter, I don't feel good about myself, man. Like I consider myself a halfway intelligent person. When I watch Harry Potter, I'm clueless. I don't know what's happening.
I never seen the Harry Potter one, so I don't know what to tell you.
I'm telling you, it'll make you feel slow.
I must have watched them at the right place at the right time, because when I first saw Sorcerer's Stone as a kid, I'm like, this world is so cool. Hogwarts sounds like an amazing place. I want to go there.
I didn't get it.
Rashad, your next YouTube video, 21 years later, I finally finished Return of the
King. You know, I really do need to go back and watch that, man, and figure out how it ended, because it just
you get a great song from Anne Lennox, Into the West, one of the best songs ever.
Jason, he doesn't know that. That's a spoiler at this point.
I don't care. It's okay. You can spoil that for me.
Yeah. There's like 5 different endings of that movie, but they each wrap up all the characters. So I get why they did that.
Oh
wow!
Frodo gets an ending, and Sam gets an ending, and Gandalf gets an ending, and Aragorn gets an ending.
And I think that's what threw me off. Yeah, so I think I got to Sam's ending, and then that's where I stopped it. I'm like, we're like 20 minutes away from the last battle, and this movie's still going. I don't care anymore.
Well, Rashad, Gollum reigns supreme. That's all you need to know.
Like, why do movies need to be that long? It's like the theatrical cut was like 3.5 hours, right? Like 3 hours.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. The extended probably close to 5 hours.
I think extended's like 4.5. I think
it's 4 hours at least. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. The shortest is the 2 hours.
Once. If I go back and rewatch Lord of the Rings, it's the theatrical cuts.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, anything over 3 hours, man. Unless it's like Godfather or Titanic or Scarface, man. I can't. I'm not a big fan of those 3 hour movies, man.
Yeah.
I think it's just too long.
Yeah. You don't like Zack Snyder's Justice League
or Belong?
I did, but it was a one-time watch.
Now that you mentioned The Godfather, the first one, it took me 3 days to finish it because it was too long.
Oh wow!
Oh, the first one?
Yeah.
Wow.
The other ones I didn't watch because I didn't get into the first one.
Oh.
And I know that's like a classic and very well, but yeah.
I was lucky to see The Godfather on theaters one time, and that was a treat to see.
Yeah.
And recently I saw Lawrence of Arabia for the very first time, and it was in the theater, and they had like an intermission. Yeah. I didn't need an intermission, but I guess it comes with the movie or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there is an intermission in that movie because it's like 4 hours long.
Yeah.
It's like first time I watched the movie, it was on Turner Classic Movies, and they play those movies on that channel, no ad breaks. So I was so invested in that movie, I got the intermission. I'm like, whoa, I gotta go pee.
And overall, I liked it. I like that movie, Lawrence of Arabia, but that movie, I cannot see it here at home. Like if I watch it ever again, it would have to be in the theater because I think here I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't make it through it.
Isn't that Steven Spielberg's like favorite movie, or like that was one of the movies that inspired him to be a filmmaker?
Yeah, he loves
one of his go-tos. That and I think it came out in the 50s. I only know this because they showed the movie in the Fablemans. I think it's called Show on Earth. I think it's called.
Yeah, that was
56, 58, something like that.
Right.
Yeah, 52. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's strange having an intermission cinema. Like it's only happened to me once when I watched Sound of Music on the big screen. And a bit like, I was like, what's an intermission?
Yeah, I'm a professional movie goer. I don't need an intermission.
They used to have those on those old movies that were 3 hours plus.
Yeah.
Very common back in the day. The last time I seen a movie with an intermission was the Quentin Tarantino. I went to downtown Sacramento at an old theater where they had like it's like a stadium style of seating, and they had an intermission. And I'm glad they did because it was me and my buddy Charles went, and we were the only two black brothers in there, right? And as you know, the N word has been thrown around so much. So I said, hey, well, I need a break from this. It came at the right time. We went to the bathroom, came back in there. Then it picked up in the scene where he was in the snow with that white to do what he wanted to do. I'm like, oh, ridiculous.
Wait, which movie? Which movie was this?
Like Hateful Eight.
Oh, Hateful Eight.
Oh,
yeah.
There is an extended edition of that one, I think.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I feel like since movies have gotten longer again, I think it makes sense to have intermissions on some of these longer movies. Like imagine having an intermission when you saw Avengers Endgame, or was it No Time to Die was really long. Avatar: Way of Water.
I say,
yeah.
For the Avengers Infinity, like all of the Avengers movies, especially the Infinity War and Endgame, I stopped drinking water like 3 hours prior to the movie. I did it like that, and then and I just tried not to be thirsty.
How can you try not to be thirsty, bro?
There was one movie I saw at the theater recently. Actually, technically, it wasn't a movie. It was Taylor Swift, The Eras Tour. Yes, I admit I saw Taylor Swift, The Eras Tour on the big screen.
Please tell me you didn't go by yourself, Jacob.
Yeah, I was by myself.
Yeah. And Rashad, I was the same as well.
I had a crush on her when I was a kid.
Man card.
I like some of her songs and still do. So I went to see the Eras Tour because I wanted to see what the fuss was about. And so I ordered me these like spicy nachos with jalapeno peppers on it and got me a large drink. And then come to find out the Eras Tour was 3 hours long. So like halfway through the concert, I had to go really bad. So I was like sitting there holding it. And I'm like, I can't hold it. Like, I can't hold it. Love Story singing. I love that song.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, Rashad, there's my first man card.
Yeah.
And
Turn
my
it in.
second one,
Turn it in.
I even got the popcorn bucket as
Oh
well.
my
yeah.
Why, man? I can't even tell you one Taylor Swift song. I don't
There's
know
my
any of
second
them.
man card.
Oh my
Love
Jesus.
Story. You Belong With Me. Anti-hero.
I have no words, man.
Hey, Mike, did you get the plastic cup?
No, I didn't actually. No, I got the popcorn bucket.
Were the plastic cups available over there, or they were not?
I think they were, but I decided no, I was going to get the popcorn bucket.
Okay.
Yeah. But I've got the plastic cup, the one that you got me, though, the Spire.
Oh yeah, that one. Yep.
Got that one.
Yep. Gotcha. Yeah.
I feel like we're learning a lot about each other on this.
Yeah. I never thought Mike and Jacob were Taylor Swift fans.
I'm not a Swiftie. Don't label me with the Swifties. Those Swifties are a crazy cult.
Okay. But Jacob, you was in there jamming though, right? You was like,
I was going. I was like lip syncing along to some of the songs. And there were some that were going.
Oh my god!
I'm like, I can't do that. That's cringe. I'm in a movie theater.
And then Jake was in the front row doing a Mexican wave, starting it. And then I think I also saw live from the theater. Jake sings "Anti-Hero" by Taylor Swift.
Oh my god!
No, I've not done that one. I did do Teardrops on My Guitar one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Blacktastic's lost for words down there.
Bro, I'm with you. I don't know what to. I mean, I did go and see the Hannah Montana movie, but that's because my daughter was a Hannah Montana fan.
Oh
yeah,
man card. Give up the man card.
No, my baby was like 4 at the time, and she was really into Hannah Montana. So it's like, Dad, we're gonna see Hannah Montana. So I took her to see it, but I did find myself halfway liking the movie. I ain't gonna front. I was like, okay.
To be honest, the only reason I didn't get into Hannah Montana, even though I was a kid when that was a thing.
Yeah.
I only watched it because I heard Taylor Swift was in the movie.
Oh my god! She was in the Hannah Montana movie?
Yeah, she cameoed in the movie and sung one song at a concert singing or whatever.
Well, I only seen it one time. Like I said, I just took her to see it one time, but afterwards she did have me go. I had to go to Walmart and get the soundtrack. So I had to get the soundtrack. I had to get the wig and then the doll. So we had to come back to the house. I had to listen to Hold Down at least like 5 times straight.
The Hoedown song. I forgot about that.
Yeah, the Hold Down. And I had to do the dance with her.
Oh, no. Hey, I'll admit The Climb is a good song. I like that song.
Oh, yeah. The Climb.
Okay. When that scene came up, when she was singing The Climb, tell me how there's like, because it was all parents in there with their kids, all the kids at the same time doing this shit during The Climb, right? So then my daughter comes up, starts doing this shit. So I'm looking at her like, and she's looking at me, Daddy. so my big 20-inch arms are now in the air with the rest of these kids doing like this. That's why when my daughter talks shit to me this day, I said, let me tell you something. I took your ass to see Hannah Montana as a kid. You owe me.
Forever. You owe me forever.
Forever.
Yeah. And Rashad, have you still got the blonde wig?
No, I think she might have it though. Yeah, I think my daughter still has it. Yeah. Oh man,
Rashad, that wig would be great for when you do your commercials and your reviews, man. That would be fantastic.
What, to my Hannah Montana wig?
Yeah, when you do the what is it? The drink you advertise.
The sponsors.
Moonshine Tequila. Yeah. Shit, yeah, right.
And the Montana edition.
No.
Yeah.
But that's the closest to Taylor Swift you'll ever see me. Yeah. Hannah Montana.
Eras Tour edition.
We've got for all the comment in here. We've got Ryan from Raven Fan. Hey Ryan, hope you're doing well, man. He says, "Hey fellas, if you had the power to bring back a certain genre of certain kind of film to see more at the theater, which one would you choose?"
Oh, that's easy.
Bring back.
Yeah.
Probably more comedies. We don't really get a lot of comedies nowadays.
90s action. I would do 80s and 90s action.
Good one.
Well, I think for me, I mean, there's some out there, but you only get once in a couple of years. And I'm a sucker for this genre, and I always love new ones. So I'm going the musical.
Yep. I was gonna say as well.
Musicals.
Oh man.
Yeah, we're getting Wicked later this year. We'll see how that goes.
Myself, especially for a lot of young independent artists who are trying to come up, I would love to see a lot more black exploitation films, because you get your karate, you get your action, you get your bag acting, but you have a great time. But I miss black exploitation, and the last one we got was the one my man did, Jay White, the West. What's it called?
Oh, it's my Outlaw Johnny Black.
Yeah, I loved it. It took me back to my childhood when my dad used to take me to the movies, but
I still need to see it.
You know?
Well, we had one this year too, Blacktastic. Mario Van Peebles dropped a Western this year called Outlaw Posse.
Yeah.
Which is really good. Yeah.
And not to mention earlier, was it last year? I think it was last year when we seen The Blackening. Hey man.
The Blackening.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
I loved that film. It was fun.
That was a fun movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see it in cinema, but I caught it on digital, and yeah, me and Emma had a great time with that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, to piggyback off you, being that you said blaxploitation already, but I would bring back that genre of the early '90s, early to mid '90s, where you had films like House Party and Do the Right Thing, Mo Better Blues. You know, like that era from '90 to like '95 was like the golden age for black cinema. You know what I mean? And I would bring that back, because right now we don't get a lot of that at all.
Rashad, we've discussed this previously. LeBron James brought back House Party already,
and I want to fight him for that. I want to throw fisticuffs. I would lose, but because of what I'm fighting for, I would fight him for that. Like, dude, that's like the first movie I've ever walked out on. I've never walked out of a movie ever in my life, and I walked out on House Party. That's how bad it was.
I missed it. It was in theaters, but it wasn't there for long, so I missed it.
It lasted like probably a week. Like when I went,
something like that. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, when I went, there was only 2 other people in the theater with me.
Oh wow!
And we all walked out. Like I think they walked out. It was a couple. They walked out first, and then I followed them. And this was only 30 minutes into the movie.
Oh wow! So, sounds like that movie tanked as hard as Borderlands.
Whew, man.
I can just imagine, Rashad, you all three of you walked out at half an hour into the movie. The usher comes in and says, "I thought we sold free tickets to this."
Nah, it was that bad, and it makes me feel sad, because when that first House Party came out, I saw that at my local RKO theater, and because we had 2 theaters in my town, right? So the one theater got all the big movies and stuff, like Batman and Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade and stuff like that. But then the RKO got like all the B movies that the bigger theater wouldn't show. So at movies like House Party and New Jack City, like they all play at the RKO. So I went with my cousins. We went to see House Party, full packed crowd. People was in there smoking, drinking. You know what I'm saying? You smell weed in there. You see the McDonald's wrappers on the ground, because there was a McDonald's across the street. And we just had the greatest time ever watching that, man. Laughing. People was dancing and everything, singing along to the songs. It was like, to this day, probably one of the best theater experiences I've ever had was that first House Party. So to go from that, and then 3 years ago, it hurt my feelings, bro. Yeah.
Oh man, what the LeBron classic.
I don't know what that brother was thinking. Even Space Jam, like, bro, why would you fucking Space Jam?
Space Jam.
I still never saw that one, but rapping Porky Pig turned me off in a heartbeat.
Yeah. My son loved it.
what's he called? The Notorious P.I.G.
Yeah, Notorious P.I.G. Yeah.
Oh man. Rashad, what movie do you want LeBron to remake next?
Oh, what movie can you mess up next? Let's
Rocky
see.
3.
Oh, if he does that, yeah, we definitely fighting. We are definitely fighting. Where you gonna get Rampage Jackson to play Clubber Lang? Come on.
Put LeBron James in the next Star Wars movie, and that'll be the ruining of Star Wars.
Oh my god! Like if I hear LeBron's name attached to like New Jack City, or like if he tries to remake Boys in the Hood or something, like nah, dude, we gotta get down.
Gangster's Paradise.
Yeah, man.
Oh man. We're going to pretty much wrap it up here. I do want to thank Jacob, Cinematic, Rashad, Blacktastic, and Jason for joining me for Z Talks. Before we wrap up, Blacktastic, we'll start with yourself first. If you want to just plug your channel and what you got coming up.
You know, come visit me at Blacktastic Media on YouTube. My next video most likely be for Beetlejuice. I love the first one, and Tim Burton is one of my favorite directors of all time. See him come back and remake one of his classics is unheard of, you know. So I'm looking forward to Beetlejuice. I would definitely do a review on that. And other than that, just staying busy, working on 2 films concurrently right now. And so me and YkReviews are shooting a film together, Grindhouse, guerrilla style. And then, of course, I'm still working on third werewolf movie, and that's going great. So that's pretty much it for me for right now.
Nice, man. I look forward to your new movie, especially with Q as well, because you guys did The Lookout. So, yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the trilogy wraps up as well with the I Done It Again. So, is expect October release Blacktastic for that? Or?
No, I pushed it back a year to really get breathing room, because I shot like 3 films in 1 year. I did The Lookout, and now I'm doing the one with Q. So it's kind of like, let me push it back a whole year. I wanted to get a cast, and there's certain people that absolutely had to be in this movie. So I made sure that happened. The script was pretty much done, and you know, getting the prosthetics back on, and shooting probably in the summertime is best because it gets cold out here in the winter. And but yeah, taking it in a whole different direction. The conclusion, taking it back to being bloody, and definitely, hopefully, be the scariest out of the 3. So I'm going old school.
Nice. I look forward to Blacktastic, and it's really cool that you also did a movie with Stephanie as well recently from Out by the Popcorn as well.
Yeah, she was in the Lookout. She played my mistress, and the chemistry was through the roof. I actually flew to Texas to film our parts, and man, it was our first time doing anything like this. So she was nervous, man. Like if you watch the behind the scenes stuff, it's hilarious. But Cooper, I got a chance to work with her. Got a chance to work with Q. So there's a couple of my brothers I've been looking forward to working with, and I got them in the next film. So coming to a YouTube channel near you soon. You'll see everything open up.
Nice, man. Well, I look forward to it, and definitely go subscribe to Blacktastic Media. Links down below, and get the notification bell on as well, so you can be notified of any updates. So Blacktastic, thanks for joining, man. I really do appreciate it. It's great to have you again. It's been a while.
It was fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah, man. And Jacob, how about yourself?
All right. Well, been a while since I've been on your channel, but anyone who's probably new to Mike's channel or you're a longtime viewer, I did a lot of movie reviews for the longest time. I've kind of scaled back from that in more recent years. I do more music stuff now on the channel lately. I've been doing different collaborative reviews of artists like the Beatles and John Denver. Well, actually, that was a solo deep dive, but some of the collaborative ones we do. We just finished Creedence Clearwater Revival. We're going through. I just started one with Brian Can on Leonard Skinner. We're also going through Elton John on my channel as well. That's some pretty good stuff on that end. Occasionally do some movie stuff. I just did a video on Deadpool and Wolverine not too long ago. I wanted to talk about that. I got a live stream this coming Wednesday at 9 o'clock my time, Eastern time. I still do the Discussing DreamWorks videos with Ryan Cam. We're covering Rise of the Guardians this month. I'm excited to review that one. That one's pretty underrated. So I just do mainly the movie stuff. That's occasional. Music stuff, which I do more often. And then I do sometimes do the Jake Sings video when I'm in the mood to sing some songs I really like, even if it's Taylor Swift.
Jacob, I have a request. Can you please do a sing along where you sing "Fuck the Police" from NWA?
There's no way I can do that song.
Man, fuck the police.
I can't do that one.
Hey.
Oh, man.
I ain't shit. I'm sorry.
Hey, as a long time Michael Jackson fan, hey, your reviews on his albums were some of the best I've ever heard, man. You dove deep into those reviews on the album. Excellent job, man.
Yeah. I think the only regret on that was not doing filmed videos of them. I just did them on the community tab.
But yeah, great job.
Yeah, Jacob, you're definitely taking your channel into like a very interesting direction as of late, and I really like the music videos. Bit of a change of variety than like a lot of people that just talk about the same thing. So it's nice to see someone doing something different as well. And your live streams, I always try to tune in whenever I can as well.
I still do. I turned my Celebrating Disney series into a live stream where I cover different Disney movies, and then I edit the live streams afterwards and re-upload the different movies I talk about into standalone videos.
Right. Well, definitely check out Jacob's channel as well. It's linked down below in the description box. And Jacob, definitely look forward to seeing what else you've got coming up, man. It's great to have you back as well. It's been a while.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And Rashad, how about yourself? What have you got coming up?
Well, I just dropped a review last night for a movie called The Hip Hop Story with Effie and Crockett. So that's a movie that people I don't think have really heard of because it had like a really limited theatrical release. And then it's not even on any streaming sites either. You have to go right to the movie site itself and pay $11 to watch it. So I just dropped a video on that. And then later on this week, me and Perez are gonna be collabing on a live stream talking Claudine from 1974. That's not really a blaxploitation movie, but it was in the blaxploitation era. But I don't really consider that a blaxploitation film with Diane Carroll and James Earl Jones. So we're collabing on that Thursday. That's going to be an interesting one because I try to put Perez onto a lot of movies that I grew up with, and so far he hasn't been a fan of any of them. And from what I heard, Claudine is no exception. He wasn't a fan. So we're going to have an interesting conversation come Thursday, so tune in for that one. And also that same day, I'm going to be on Rob's channel, Exploitation Reviews. We're going to be talking Trick Baby. That's another blaxploitation movie that came out in 1972. So I'm going to be on his channel for that. And that's about it that I know of so far. Oh, and I'm planning because I started a series of versus series on my channel where I do like this movie versus this movie or this character versus this character. So the last one I did was Nino Brown versus Frank White. New Jack City, King of New York with Blacktastic. So the next one I want to do is the 5 Heartbeats versus the Temptations. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
So that I want to do that one next, and and that's about it. That's all I got coming up so far.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Rashad, a request you've got to do Back to the Future versus Back to the Future Part 2.
Oh, that's no contest, man. That's no contest. Come on, 2 and 3 almost don't even count, bro. Like that first one is like perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 was 3. I still haven't finished.
I like 3 over 2.
Yeah, same.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I guess because I'm not a big fan of westerns, man. Like I'm not a big western guy.
Yeah. That's fair. But now, Rashad, you got a lot of awesome stuff coming up, and I can imagine with Claudine on Thursday, somehow Perez is going to bring up Star Wars in that live stream. I don't know.
Probably is. I mean, you should have had a camera on my face because when you hit me up, it was last night, right? Of course, I was on my drink. I I forgot what the hell I was watching. But I was drinking. I was, chilling. And then Perez hits me up. He said, "Yeah, I just finished Claudine. So when we gonna do this stream?" I said, "Thursday." I said, "I don't like the vibe I'm getting from the message, man. You must didn't like it." He says, "Well, check out my Letterbox review." I went to Letterbox and I said, "I'm like this motherfucker." Yeah, so that's going to be an interesting conversation because I love Claudine. That's one of my favorite movies, and he just took a triceratops shit on it.
Oh man!
Yeah.
Well, Rashad, I'll be tuning into that live stream on Thursday. I can't wait.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
But no, definitely go check out Rashad's channel as well. Links down below in the description box. And as always, Rashad, thanks for this. Your comedic humor, man's fantastic.
Oh, thank you. I'll be serious all the time. I don't know. For some reason, I think I'm damn funny. I'll be dead ass serious though.
Man, unmatched, my friend. Jason, what have you got coming up?
Well, I've been trying to do more of these what I call 5-minute reviews. So they're short reviews of movies, music, books too. I go to the library and I check out books. Like I just read the Becky Lynch autobiography. I want to do a review of this book. I like wrestling too, so I do a lot of wrestling stuff as well. And two big projects I'm doing is I'm doing my 100 favorite movies. I have 45 movies left on that list to do. And also I was ranking all the Disney animation movies, all 62. And I've done one video on my bottom 7. I'm continuing to do that. And Tuesday, Mike is going to come on the channel, and I'm starting a new series called 20 Questions, where I have a guest on the channel. I have 20 questions to ask them, and Mike's going to be my first guest. So see how that works out, and hopefully it's work out pretty good.
Cool.
Yeah, I look forward to it. Definitely look forward to what questions you've got to ask me on Tuesday. Yeah, that's for sure.
Just fun, get to know you questions, really.
Okay. No, cool, Jason. Well, definitely go check out Jason's channel. Got a lot of rankings on at the moment as well, and I've been enjoying the 5-minute reviews. Definitely been cool to see more variety as well. What you've been doing.
Well, Mike,
and of course,
I got a question for you. Rhea Ripley or Liv Morgan?
Depends what mood I'm in.
If you're feeling rough, Rhea Ripley, huh?
Yeah. If I feel like just tame, Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan. Yeah, no, I'm a Rhea man myself, man. I started back watching wrestling again after WrestleMania, and I got the biggest damn crush on Rhea Ripley. Golly, she can get it twice on Sunday.
I mean, there's no dispute there, Richard. I can't argue that.
I think it's the accent too, man. That Australian accent is just sexy to me. I don't know, man. I love me some Rhea Ripley.
She's awesome, no.
Great wrestler. Yeah.
Yeah, great wrestler.
Yeah, oh yeah, and she's a great wrestler, but
yeah. Throw that in there. And then finally, last but not least, cinematic. What about yourself, man? What cinema shows have you got coming up?
Most likely, my next video reaction is gonna be, like I said, most likely it's gonna be The Crow. Not excited to watch it, but I'll give it a shot. And if I find some redeeming qualities, I'll probably do like a short video. If I don't find anything nice to say, probably I'll say not. I'll do no video. Probably I don't know. But if I do, it might be tomorrow night. Okay. And I go to the movies at least one day a week every week. So whatever movie is coming out this coming Thursday, I haven't even checked the schedule or the calendar. Usually there's a movie that is coming out, and if I have some interest in watching that movie, I'll go and watch it, and then I'll do like a 5-minute first reaction or my first general thoughts about the movie right after watching the movie. And I do some live streams. That was my my New Year's resolution to do more live streams on YouTube, and I think I already done more than last year, so that's a good thing.
Nice.
And so yeah, I like to do those. Those are a lot of fun.
Hey, Cinematic, are we still going to live stream together on Megan Thee Stallion about how changed your life? No, man.
It was gonna be a big it was gonna be a big surprise. So I thought Rashad was gonna spoil it, but now you did.
I was gonna throw me under the bus, man. I'm not that bad at spoiling. Jeez. Why y'all do that to me, man?
when you don't like a movie, spoil it. I think my favorite one you did was probably what's the one with the lady hairy nipple?
Barbarian.
Barbarian. That's a classic video, man. You destroyed it.
Like every time I go on a stream and Rashad's on it, the hairy nipple always comes in.
Always comes up. Always that traumatized me, Jacob.
I'm still not seeing that movie, so I don't know what the heck you're talking about.
Yeah, it traumatized. Imagine watching in Dolby a big ass hairy erect nipple at your eye like this.
That's a great movie, though. It's a great movie. I really liked it.
Yeah,
what's a great movie? Barbarian.
I agree.
Get the fuck out of here.
You didn't like that one? I thought you liked that one, no?
Barbarian? Yeah, that thing had my pressure up. Blacktastic, tell him. That thing had my pressure up, man. Look, I guess that's how you can tell when I don't like a movie, because I just spoil it and don't even care.
I thought you were a fan of both Malignant and Barbarian, so only Malignant then.
Yeah, I like Malignant. I did like Malignant. Yeah,
and then
I legit like Malignant.
And Mike, you're the other way, right? The other way around, Mike?
Yeah, man. I rewatched Barbarian recently, and I gave it 4.5 out of 5. I love it.
And Malignant is the one that it's the other way around compared to Rashad then.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go, Rashad. Which one's better, Malignant or Barbarian? There you go.
Malignant by a landslide.
You get no hairy nipples in the
No, I don't want no hairy nipples in my life, man. Make sure that shit clean shaven.
Oh man.
Thank you, Jesus.
And with that, we wait for Rashad's live stream of Barbarian coming very soon.
Oh man!
But no, definitely check out Cinematic. Definitely check out all my guest channels. Really do appreciate it. And yeah, guys, got any final words before we head out tonight?
Well,
quit traumatizing me on the hairy nipple.
Thank you for having me, Mike. It was finally good to. I was able to make it, because I'm usually like not able or available, whatever. So I'm glad it worked today. So thank you for the invite.
Yeah, of course, and thank you guys for joining as well. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. Normally, like Sunday's usually one of my busy days with church and all, but I was able to be on for a couple hours. So thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, man.
Well, Jacob, being that you won't do NWA fuck the police, can you do instead? Can you do Ice-T 6 in the morning?
I have no idea what that is.
Well, listen to that song and see if you can fulfill that request for me.
I don't do much rapping, so I think I would watch it. Even if it's like an explicit song, I probably couldn't pull it off. So.
Yeah, it's very explicit. Yeah, Ice-T is like the godfather of explicit rap. He was one of the first. Blacktastic, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was Ice-T and Too Short. They were like the two first, like really explicit rappers.
Man, even if you got me doing that, I'm gonna have to like shuffle so many words around and like I can't even I don't even think you can do like a PG rated version of some of these songs.
No, you can just say fudge the police. Yeah. Instead of saying the N-word, just say ninjas.
Oh, like in The Shining, there's that edit about the ninja cook.
Exactly.
Ninja.
Oh man, I would pay to see that, man. I would pay for $2 to hear Jacob do "fuck the police."
No,
man.
I'm not doing "fuck the police."
Oh shit.
Oh man. I would
Yeah.
love to see that as well. Jacob,
What?
get it done, my friend. Even if you put it on unlisted so it's not public, send it to us. That would be great.
No,
Listen,
heck no.
Jacob, with the do-rag on, the fucking black and mild hanging out of his mouth. Man, fuck the police.
Oh no,
The do-rag.
that is a no-go.
Oh, man. Hey, brother can dream, Kenny.
Well, I appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Yeah, till next time, we will see you later. Bye, everyone.
All right.